What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another watch-along Europa League action. Arsenal against FC Zurich. And yes, bang on time today, people. I want to make sure people recognise that in the chat. No late jokes today, people. Bang on time. But big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. Lick down that like button, people. It helps the channel massively. You know how it goes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're here every day, pretty much every day. And lots of content coming up. Europa League watch-along, Champions League draw on Monday, Europa League draw as well. And just before we get into the game, something is happening on this screen right now that I have never seen in my whole life. There is a fridge up front, people. There is a fridge up front. United are 1-0 up, 4 minutes to go, and they've put CR7 up front with Harry Maguire. I mean, I've seen some things in my time, but I've never seen a fridge freezer up front in a Europa League game. But big up, man. Big up, Shaquille. You're late. Big C, YouTube doing your day. No, man, I was on time, bro. I'm not accepting it. Curtis on time, sure. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always... Jeez, them old school bangers. Hey, big up, people. Hope everyone's well. I'm vibes in tonight. I can't lie. I feel good about this game. I'm looking forward to it. Before we get into... I've got a few bits to talk about. But the headline news. Let's just get into the headline news. Pep Teta said, told you, Big C, fridge or Nketiah. Oh, my. Let me back Nketiah, man. Surely he's better than a fridge. But the headline news, people. Gabriel Jesus starts up front. Eddie Nketiah on the left wing. Ben White plays at right back as well. And listen, let's go through the team. Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Ben White at right back. Kieran Tierney at left back. Holding and Gabriel at centre back. El Neni comes back into the team after a couple of months out, in with Sambi Lokonga. Fabio Vieira in the 10. Eddie Nketiah on the left. Inform Reece Nelson on the right-hand side. And Gabriel Jesus starts through the middle. I spent 5 minutes defending him on the Talk is Cheap show yesterday. No, is it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Strikers Union. I defended him. I said, listen, don't worry about the lack of goals. He'll come good. He's doing everything else well. But these are the games, bro. You need to be just boosting your confidence today. Notching a goal, coming off after 60 minutes. Job done. Keep it moving, people. Munzir said, just got the iPhone 14. Should I open it? Rip that box open and enjoy it, man. RIP Takeoff. As you know, I'm a big hip-hop fan. And, you know, these things are really sad to see. And you know... I know the circumstances surrounding that were a little bit controversial, but you're seeing footballers attacked, hip-hop, you know, it's crazy. Inflation causes people to do desperate things, man. Gunnar Vettel said, Curtis, I know this is an Arsenal stream, but I'm watching a United game. Maguire is up front, my bro. I have it right there. As I said, I have never seen a fridge freezer up front. And interesting, though, people. When you strip everything down and... all these tactics, all these coaches, all these, you know, UEFA license, blah, 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 all these coaching badges. And in the end, put Maguire up front and just play it long and get it on his slabhead. And that's all it is right now. Like, they're just pumping a long ball up to slabhead to see if he can get the knockdown to Ronaldo. And that is it, people. It's crazy. All out attack on FIFA, man. The video of Quavo kicking off before is mad, yeah. I think that stuff, man, I don't know if I'm getting older. And when I say these things, I probably do sound a bit old, but we live in some crazy... I know I'm on YouTube right now, so this is going to sound real hypocritical, but United are in, by the way. Oh, it's been blocked on the line. It's unbelievable. Oh, it's gone wide. I know we live in some crazy world now, but... we live in a world where people's first thought is to pull their phone out, which baffles me. You know, and again, could be an age thing. Newer generation, they've grown up on social media. It's different. You know, I grew up on, you know, LimeWire downloads, dial-up internet, and MySpace. You know what I mean? That was the first bit of social media. But people are just, you know, these crazy things going off. Oh, let me record it. What are you recording it for? Do something about it. Either get out the way or help him. You know what I mean? Don't pull your phone out. But anyway, maybe I'm just getting old, people. Maybe I'm just getting old. Pagers and payphones, man, I'm telling you, they don't know the struggle. Going in the phone box, putting them 20p's in because you was running out. It was mad. Kai said, Big C, I guarantee you now a prime David Luiz playing up front would get more goals than Nketiah. He had mad techers, David Luiz. I know a few people who were involved at Arsenal in the youth teams. They obviously was on the training ground a lot of the time. They said David Luiz, techers, was crazy when he was at Arsenal. Lokonga's chance to shine, no hiding now. Bambi prove us all wrong. What did Laurie tell me? He's not a number 6. He doesn't play 6. All right, cool. You're not playing number 6 today. Let's see what you're about. Bottom of the group. You're playing number 8. Let's see what you're about, bro. Walkmans and cell phones. The Sony Ericssons. It was all mad carrying around your CD. You know, I used to download each tune on LimeWire. Get my 20. Write on the CD what it was. Probably like Curtis's best hits. That CD never left my pocket. You know, I would play that religiously every day. Trying not to scratch the CD. It was all mad. That moment when you're playing FIFA and you accidentally put a Aubameyang in goal instead of Kepa. Steve said Curtis, you would. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. They don't know about BlackBerry phones, man, when you had to ping people. It was all mad. It's all different now. It's all different. Nokia's, Hello Moto. Listen, I'm sounding like an old man complaining about the modern day. Let me keep it moving. United have 3 minutes to go. They're still pumping long balls to the fridge. Playing Snake, man, what a game. Making your own ringtone. You know, he had to type in the things. It's all mad. Big C, I went to a quiz show one night. The people there didn't know what a Nokia was then when they were asked. Times change, man. I suppose we have to move with the times, you know. But what's your thoughts on the team tonight, people? Let me show you the bench, because there's some good news on the bench. Jesus and Lokonga on the score sheet. C unit. I hope so. People know my thoughts on Sambi Lokonga. I don't particularly rate him. However, am I happy for him to prove me wrong? 100%. I hope he bosses the game tonight and he starts his Arsenal career, because it's easier if the players at the club improve than us having to go and spend loads of money on people. So listen, as much as I don't rate him, I wish him all the best. The same as Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka has just been nominated for Premier League Player of the Month. It's the biggest turnaround since Kylie Jenner. So yeah, I'm in support of all the Arsenal players, whether I'm a big fan of them or not. Let me see. Yeah, Gerard Piqué has retired. It's his last game this weekend. Just come out of nowhere. Just said, that's it. I've had enough. One more game and I'm done. Sambi ain't a DM. If you don't perform, I'll eat my hat. Let me show you the Arsenal bench, because we have some good news on the bench. Obviously, El Neni back in the team, which a few years ago would have been bad news, but now we're short of players, so it's good news. Kangeli said, if Sambi scores, I'll take everything back. But the good news for Arsenal, people, Zinchenko is on the bench. He is back, finally. Saka's on the bench as well. I think we knew he was going to be all right. The cleaners have come round the parks. They've scrubbed off the bird poo. The wood was rotting. They've put a new bench. They've cleaned it up. It looks fresh. Zinchenko, Saka, Odegaard, Partey, Martinelli, Saliba. I mean, listen, no one seems to be able to get a night off. That's the only problem. You know, do you really need Saliba on the bench? You can bring Tomiyasu on centre-back, Cedric on right-back. He wants the whole squad there just in case it turns sour. I would have liked to have seen maybe Thomas Partey on the bench. I suppose, not on the bench, sorry, maybe left at home. Restock the shelves a little bit, for real. I think the problem is El Neni's been out for a few months, probably going to struggle to get through 90 minutes. When he takes him off, you know, he's probably going to bring Thomas Partey on. Smith Rowe is half ready, so it's just Smith. Oh, yeah, Matt Smith. Smith Rowe and Turner are the only two first-team players now, I believe, that are out injured. Turner would obviously be on. Well, Turner might have played tonight, but in general, Smith Rowe is the only one. I'd rather have Austin Trusty in the squad. Apparently, he's having a really good season at Birmingham. Going to be interesting to see if he's good enough to play for us next year. Big up Bally TV. Turner is still injured. Big up yourself. Julia said, big up Curtis. How's everyone doing? Everyone's good, man. We can't complain. Manchester United have won 1-0, but they are disappointed. They put Maguire up front with Ronaldo, and they finished second in the group, which means United are going to have to play potentially one of the Champions League dropouts in the next round, which, listen, I'm thinking about Arsenal. I'd love to see maybe Man United go and get Barcelona, Juventus, and one of the big teams gets knocked out. So 1-0 isn't enough for them. They needed to win by 2 clear goals. They've won 1-0. They resorted to putting Maguire up front with Ronaldo. I know Ronaldo's had some good strike partners in his time, Benzema, Rooney, Tevez. I don't know if he's ever played up front with a fridge. Lonas Xhaka is suspended. Couple of yellow cards in the last 2 games, so he's got a 1-match ban. Probably worked out better that he's suspended for this last group game rather than missing the first knockout game after Christmas. I believe we don't play until March. Manchester United now will have to play in February, 2-legged game. So I'm delighted that we don't have to. Well, in fact, I'm getting carried away. I'm getting way ahead of myself. We haven't even won the game yet, so we may be in there with them, but I'm hopeful. Eros, no lie. They brought on Maguire, 9 minutes to go, threw him up front and just pumped the long ball. Him and Ronaldo up front. Never seen anything like it. Odeon said, can't stay in the chat, Big C, but I hit the like. I like the squad. Let's go, Sambi. 3-0. Come on, Sambi. Nah, Sambi, real talk. Real talk, Sambi, yeah? I've said a lot. I've said a lot of things about Sambi. I've called him Bambi. I've called him a fake Yaya Toure, more like Yaya Sanogo. I've said he's not good enough, should go to Marseille. Blah, blah, blah. I've said it all. Prove us all wrong. Prove me wrong and prove anyone wrong that doesn't rate him. Simple as that, right? Granit Xhaka's suspended. Mark, hope you're well, bro. Prove us all wrong. Sambi Shaw, they're calling him. I mean, listen, if you're calling him Sambi Shaw, he should be a heck of a player, right? Prove all of us wrong. Simple as that. Start your Arsenal career tonight. I thought Reece Nelson was finished at Arsenal, done and dusted. He will leave on a free in the summer. Comes on, scores 2 goals, starts tonight. If he plays well again, he's on a roll. He's on a roll now. Probably get the new contract in a couple of months. Sambi, prove me and everybody else wrong. Let's do this. Lazio knocked out of the Europa League. Milinkovic-Savic form dropped hard after their president's comments. Hey, there you go. There you go. We're ready for you, man. We're ready. We'll take Milinkovic-Savic at the carpet. I'm ready for that one. Defoe and Peter Crouch, yeah, they were a good partnership. Long ball. Loan Sambi out to AFT VFC. He's got to play better than what he's doing. Big up Rodney, man. C Unit. Great to see Zinni back. Full strength for Sunday against Chelsea. Arsenal Rodders in Blackpool. Let's hope, people, that we get through this game unscathed. You saw Chelsea yesterday. Chilwell, I think he pulled his hamstring. They said he's probably going to miss the World Cup. It's crunch time for any player now. Any half-severe injury and the World Cup disappears. So I'm really hoping that we wrap this game up in the first half. 2 or 3-0 at half-time, and we keep it moving. Their president said he's worth 100 million, and he's gone downhill since. Ish said the Aubameyang advert was wild. Spoke about it on today's stream. Big up everyone who tuned in today. For those who didn't, and they haven't seen it, obviously there's an advert on BT Sport. Aubameyang's doing a front flip saying, no, nothing personal Arsenal, but I'm blue now and I'm ready. A lot of Arsenal fans are unhappy about it, saying that it was disrespectful to the club, even though he has a lot of love for the club. In his words, his problem is with Arteta. I think it is a little bit too much. I also don't really get too wrapped up in it. Because if you're in your workplace now and you like your job and you end up going to another workplace and the pay's good and you're enjoying it there, you don't really care that much about your old workplace. He's not a boyhood Arsenal fan. Let's be real. And he probably feels that we did him dirty. Let's be totally honest. The club sanctioned getting rid of him and binning him. So I don't get too caught up in it. The one thing I said is, let's beat up Chelsea on Sunday. And then let's see what he's saying. Football, I've realised over the years, people playing football, watching football, talking gets you nowhere in football. The advert means nothing. None of it means nothing. Go to Stamford Bridge, roll Chelsea over, celebrate in front of him, and say, you know what, mate? That advert, it was cute. That was a cute advert, Obba. Yeah, that was cute. But take your 3rd defeat at the Bridge in a row. Not interested. Done an advert. Don't play for us no more. Do you really care who your ex goes out with when you've moved on? Not really. You had good times. You moved on. Bun him. Let's go. The advert was a sick advert. I'm not even going to cap. The advert was sick. Let's win our game, keep it moving. Jesus, you get your confidence goal tonight. You go to Chelsea, and boom, we keep it moving. I'm all up for it, people. I don't care. Jesus got to pull out a front flip. I said that today. You know what? Don't risk the front flip if you can't do it. Just do a roly-poly or something and keep it moving. Come, Abba, loved Arsenal, even had a tattoo. 3-0 to the mighty. Let's, I've got a couple other things I wanted to talk about. I've thrown, do you know, I wanted to show you this picture. I love this picture. Just look at that. I mean, listen, people have questioned the atmosphere. It's a library. Okay, but the atmosphere, I can tell you something, has improved a heck of a lot this season. But on a nice warm evening with London lit up in the background, what a beautiful picture that is. That might have to be a green screen at some point. What a ground. Like I said on the earlier stream, quite a lot of tickets available today for anybody that wanted to go. Obviously too late now. But it looks beautiful. I agree, Abji, it is still not Highbury. But you know what? I don't... A lot of Arsenal fans say we should have never left Highbury. And I always disagree with that comment because we couldn't develop on top of Highbury. And we would have had to knock the whole stadium down. The only way we could have really stayed at Highbury is knock the whole stadium down, go to Wembley for 2 years and rebuild the stadium there. That would have cost more money. They had to build a new stadium. You can't be one of the biggest teams in the world in a stadium that's 38,000. I loved Highbury. I only went there a few times. It was iconic. It was so close to the pitch. It was unbelievable. All the history, all the things we'd won. I always say to people, this is one thing I always say. There's nothing wrong with the Emirates. The Emirates is a fantastic stadium. The problem with the Emirates is we haven't been successful enough. Success brings an atmosphere. It brings memories. It brings history. It turns the stadium into a fortress. The reason the Emirates has not become a fortress is because we've had a number of seasons where we haven't won trophies or we've nicked an FA Cup. We haven't won the title here. We haven't won a Champions League here. And that's the issue. If we win big trophies here, this will become a beautiful stadium for us. Definitely needs a lick of paint last to them. I can't lie, it does. But it's a beautiful stadium, honestly. And the atmosphere is getting a lot better. Dio said, oh my God, that looks mad. I've never been. I'm moving to London next week. And the aim is to at least watch the boys once this season. Big up, Dio. Listen, man. I try and bring that feel of Arsenal. There's a lot of fans in the chat who probably aren't from the UK, haven't been there. I want to bring you that feeling, let you know what it's about. I can say something that it's quite hard to get a ticket for a league game this season. A lot of people want to go. I know for a fact Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, much easier to get a ticket. So big up to Dio and good luck with your move, man. Luzma said, hey, Curtis, did you see United finish second in the group? End of the game with Maguire up front. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. Gunnar Paul 657, thank you for your support, bro. Big up the C unit. Aubameyang claiming to be a blue, but where's the Arsenal tattoo? I like the build-up to the game with all the players. C unit, massive fan. Thank you very much, Gunnar Paul. And as I said, people, I know people expect me to annihilate Aubameyang for that because I backed him so much when he was here. And listen, I think it is a bit of a cheap shot, but it's entertainment. It's football. It's like boxing. They square up before. They say they hate each other. After the game, they're hugging when they've got 5 million, 10 million for the fight. It's entertainment. BT would have said this will wind up the Arsenal fans. As I said in the stream earlier on, beat them, do the talking on the pitch. What you don't do is get hyped up in the back and forth chatting and get caught up in it. Win the game and keep it moving. Simple as that. I don't care what anyone says. It's a beautiful stadium. Fantastic. Need a match vlog and vibes before games. This definitely going to go to a few games and vlog this season, especially in the second half of the season. I'm not a big fan of the winter. I can't lie, people. When it gets cold over here and it's raining and, do you know what I mean? When the weather gets a little bit better in the spring, you know, when the sun's out. JH said, from New Zealand, been 3 times. What a place. I appreciate it. Do you know what? When I went to Orlando, I've got to be honest, I really loved meeting a lot of the Arsenal fans over there because they gave me a bit of a different perspective on Arsenal when I came back to England. I was like, do you know what? You've got to appreciate the fact that this stadium is not far. It's just down the road. And there are a lot of fans who say, I've never been to the Emirates. I would love to go. And it really gave me a different perspective, man, which is why I was so keen to go abroad in pre-season, man. And it was brilliant. It was really good, man. So it definitely made me appreciate it a lot more. But the stadium looks beautiful, man. A lot of people talking about the Aubameyang thing. Listen, let's just handle business. I can understand why a lot of Arsenal fans are saying it is personal. I get it. We invested a lot of support and energy into him as a player. Let's win the game. Simple as that. Let's go there and beat him. But listen, we have to concentrate on this game, because if we don't concentrate on this game, we're going to have a serious problem on our hands due to the fact that we don't want to end up in the Manchester United position. They've just finished second. You have to play 2 more games, and you could potentially play Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax. At this stage of the Europa League is not what you want to do. 1,500 of you in the chat already. Appreciate all of your support. Legendary community. I really love coming on here and interacting with everyone. It feels like we're building a great community, a lot of togetherness. And I appreciate your support. Just click the like button and subscribe. That's it. Nothing else, people. Chris Lewis said, Big C, my first Arsenal game at the Emirates this year when we slapped them. And I've got to say the atmosphere was mesmeric. The atmosphere this year has been brilliant. E. Ross said, I hope El Neni's listening to Mob Deep. I'm telling you, man, a bit of quiet storm, you know. Family here, big up, man. Come on, togetherness, people. United were bad. They must feel annoyed. They've gone away to Spain and won 1-0, and they're going to be extremely disappointed. Right. Let's concentrate on the game. We're 8 minutes away from kickoff, people. Arsenal against FC Zurich. I'm going to bring the table up because we do need to win. Because if PSV beat Bodo Glimt, I believe they go ahead of us if we draw, because they got a better result against us than we did in the game against them. I mean, their goal difference is +10, ours is +4. So a draw could potentially knock us out off top spot. Not out of the competition, of course, but put us down into second. We don't want that. We don't want 2 extra games in February, potentially Barcelona, Juventus, Leverkusen, Sporting Lisbon, Ajax. We don't want none of that. We want to go straight to the last 16. We don't play till March. We avoid the Champions League dropouts at this stage. A win guarantees us top spot. No messing about. We don't care what anything else occurs. PSV are away in Bodo. Probably a difficult game on the plastic pitch. This is FC Zurich, right? They're no world beaters. We beat them in the first game. We didn't play great, though, and we did concede a sloppy goal. So we need to make sure we handle business. Ideal situation for me is that we're 2-0 up or 3-0 up at half-time. I then think we can start rolling out substitutes early in the second half. Take off your Gabriel Jesus. Maybe get off Gabriel at centre-back as well. One thing's for certain tonight. I need a Gabriel Jesus goal. I didn't expect him to start. I thought he may be on the bench, and Eddie played through the middle. Eddie's listed as playing on the left. Jesus through the middle. Now, I've defended Jesus all week. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's been a revelation since signing for the football club. The thing that I'm not going to hide away from, and I've said many times, he should have more than 5 goals. He does have 10 goal contributions, 5 goals, 5 assists. But these are games tonight. Get your numbers up. Go and get a goal, get 2 goals, get an assist. Keep it moving. Don't let people keep saying 6 games without a goal, 7 games without a goal, 8 games. I am confident Gabriel Jesus scores tonight. Like you're saying, well, you're saying 88 Football said Jesus hat-trick to boost morale and confidence. Listen, couple of goals, get him off after 60 minutes. See you at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. We keep it moving and we really handle business. Sambi needs to perform. Sambi needs to perform. Fabio Vieira needs to perform. A lot of players now with question marks over them. Sambi came with a reputation, being compared to Toure, Yaya Toure. Haven't seen enough from him. People said he can't play in the 6. Laurie defended him. You're playing in the 8 now. You've got no excuse. Perform. Show us what you're about. El Neni's back. He'll do the dirty work. You're not playing against a great opposition. We're at home. There is no excuse. Daring said, Big C just logged in, and Will Smith the like button. Caress the cheeks. Slap that like button, people. Mr. Lay, thank you for the super chat. Harry Penalty Kane getting an award for no trophies. Listen, we need to. Do you know what? I'd love Arsenal to win a trophy this year. I gotta be honest. I'd love us to win this trophy. We haven't won a European trophy for well over 2 decades. I think it's time for us to win one. It's going to be hard. As I said, that Europa League has turned into a mini Champions League with teams like Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax dropping into it. Elliot said, Truth Curtis in Jesus, I trust. Time to reopen his account. If he doesn't score tonight, people are going to be on to him. Like, whether we like it or not, a lot of the pressure will come from outside of our fan base. People will go, FC Zurich at home, bottom of the group, didn't score. He needs to score. Players coming out onto the pitch, 5 minutes till kickoff. Just to say, people, Gabriel Jesus is captain tonight as well. He's leading the team. I think that says a lot about his character. Only joined from Manchester City, July? End of June? And El Capitan, as Curtis Collins said. So lead the team to victory and get a couple goals while you're there. Jesus got a fresh trim. I see he had the video up on HD Cuts. Anyone who follows HD Cuts on social media is a big barber in London. He cuts the hair of a lot of footballers. Haaland. He does Benzema and all of them. Arsenal 14 said, my captain, J9. Let's see. Clock Orange. We have got this Curtis Jesus brace within 5 minutes. I love that. Savannah said, if Jesus gets injured, what will happen? It's end the stream, Dave. Settings, word to expressions, man. We end it. Temp said, big up Curtis. We're winning 2-0. Strong lineup. I'm going for 3-0. Just to let you know, I'm going for 3-0, people. I'm going for a 3-0 win. People need to put their personal happiness aside when it comes to Jesus. Just because we all thought he would have 10 league goals by now doesn't make him a bad player. Yeah, I agree. Definitely not a bad player. I don't think anybody really thinks he is a bad player. We just live in a society, people, and I think we always have. Strikers' number one priority is to score goals. My agent always used to say to me, strikers who don't score goals get nowhere. Like I've said, there are exceptions. Bobby Firmino at Liverpool, when he had Salah and Mane, didn't really need to score that many because he had 2 wingers scoring 20 plus. If you're not fortunate enough to have 2 wingers that do that, then you got to get 15 plus, in my opinion. Gunnar Paul 657. If Sambi scores tonight, I will get him on my new top. Boy, that's brave, but I appreciate your support for him. Da 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 da. I don't want to hear that no more. Like, to be fair, we'll ride that out till the end of the season. If I'm not hearing dun 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 dun, this program is sponsored by PlayStation, official sponsors of this year's Champions League. Dun 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 dun. They are the If I don't hear that next season, I'm done. I can't. Like, it was good when we first went. Oh, Europa League, yeah, different song. Like, nah, I can't hear it no more. I'm done with it. I need to hear Champions League at the carpet, people. Can you imagine just PSG against Arsenal with Messi? And, oh, man, I'm sick of playing against teams and I don't know none of their players. I'm not even talking about Zurich's team. I don't know any of them. Akita, I think I've heard of on FIFA. He might be a bronze card. Alex Davis, Wagwan Curtis, love the stream, watch you all the time. United, the Wild had second place. I mean, listen, I really want to banter Man United because they ended up with a fridge up top, and that's really, really funny. Like I said, for everyone just tuning in, they finished the game with Maguire up front with Ronaldo. It was great scenes. They won 1-0, but that puts them second. So they'll play in February. Hopefully they get Barcelona on Monday. We will be doing a watch-along for the draw, 1 o'clock Monday, UK time. John said, I like Jesus, but I see why Pep sold him. Oh, John, don't do it. Listen, Pep wanted to keep him. He offered him a new contract. So when people go, oh, Man City got rid of him, Man City wanted to keep him. He was offered a new contract. But the reality is he was going to be a backup dancer to Ivan Drago, a.k.a. Haaland. So he knew what time it was. People, we're about to kick off. Jeez, we are kicking off. I'm not even up to date. There's smoke bombs all over the place. There's Zurich fans letting off smoke. Give me your score prediction. Give me a score prediction. I'm going 3-0 to the Gunners. I think we're going to slap them up. We're at home. The Zurich fans letting off smoke all over the place. Garvin, thank you for your support, bro. I swear down, fam, I was having a mad one today, but you made me smile. Big up. Hey, listen, man. Information and entertainment, as I always say, people. Learn a little something. Hopefully make people smile a little bit and we keep it moving, Yeah, he avoided the timeout. I let him off. Nan said 9-0. Natty 5-0. Ann said 5-0. Sammy 5-1. E. Ross 3-0. 4-0 says Keith. Jack said 3-0. Latte 3-0. Al 2-0. Aaron 3-0. Livy 3-0. Curtis 4-0. Odorek 2-1. I think I've done John dirty with the comment. Apparently he meant something else. Rodney says 5-0. Zurich on the attack. Left-hand side. They got people in the area. Ball whipped in. Cleared by Gabriel. Don't start doing things like that, Arsenal. This is supposed to be a nice, comfy night at the office. We ain't trying to make this no difficult game. It's FC Zurich. They're appealing for a penalty, Zurich. Not given. And the ball's cleared. Ramon said, Big C, best stream and best community on YouTube. Lick that like button. 1,500 of you in here. Big up each and every time. Genesis, are you sure you're a former footballer or a former vocalist? Listen, we all think we can sing. You know, in my head, I think I'm a great singer. In reality, maybe not so much. But, you know, it's vibes. That's all we're bringing. I genuinely, this is a smoke along. I can't see anything. It looks like we're in an Amsterdam coffee shop right now watching this. Zurich fans letting off smoke all over the place. The Zurich kit looks like Oxford United. I played against Oxford a few times. Yellow kit with the blue stripes. Rob Holding gets caught on the ball there, throwing to Zurich. In the shower, everything sounds amazing. Come on, man. You know what I mean? I win Britain's Got Talent in the shower with the singing, but yeah, it's one of them. But it's vibes. SS, hi Curtis, love the show. Come on, you Gunners, let's go. Let's just win. Let's keep it moving. Let's win the group. Clean sheet. Couple Gabriel Jesus goals and I'm happy. Gabriel Jesus. Their fans are in full voice. Fair play to them, man. Fair play to them. C-Unit bullies a lot, man. But your D said, yeah, man, you know, we're just vibes, man. We're just vibing. What is everyone saying about Lukonga still starting? He's got to prove himself today, and these are games he's got to do his thing. Liam and Morgan said, Big C just got back from hospital after the birth of mine and my girl's beautiful baby girl. Congratulations from me and the whole C-Unit community. Big up to Liam, handling business. And congratulations on the birth of your daughter. What I will say, your sleep is finished. I'm just letting you know that, Liam. Your sleep is finished, my friend. But it is all worth it. That is for sure. John said, I mean, that finishing frustrated Pet. I let you off, John. I had the community on your back saying, time him out. But I let you off. I hear you, John. I appreciate it. Remember Rob Holding when he was playing with Mertesacker? Now that was slow mode. Do you know what? I'm actually quite glad that I didn't have a YouTube channel them days because, boy, per Mertesacker and all them Donnies there, I wouldn't have wanted to go through that, man, at all. Rehan said, my commentary ain't working at all. No worries, got C-Unit on full volume. Like, that's standard procedure by now. Even if your volume was working, you mute the TV, man, and you keep it locked. That's standard. Who we got on the commentary? Steve McManaman or someone? Genuinely, you can hardly see the game on the TV, people. The FC Zurich fans have let off so much smoke and flares before the game that we can hardly see it. It's all mad. It's all mad. So it looks like, I remember a lot of games in Italy back in the day. They used to let off the smoke. I bet the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant inside the stadium tonight. There were a lot of empty tickets this morning, but I'm sure people have snapped them up throughout the day. Gunnar Deja Vu said, I didn't want to see Jesus play in this game. I think, listen, he hasn't scored many goals in the last few games. It's a good opportunity for him to boost his confidence. What the concern is number one, if he doesn't score, his confidence drops even lower. And number two is the potential injury. Chelsea at the weekend, we can't afford Gabby to get injured. The smoke is clearing a little bit. Can see the game a bit better now, to be fair. And we haven't started the game too well. Ronnie said, congrats to Liam and his missus. God bless you with your lovely new daughter. Big up to you, Liam. Last of them, it's 4-3-3. Nelson right, Eddie left, Jesus up front, Vieira in the 10. Here come FC Zurich on the attack. Ball whipped into the back post, overhit, goes out for a goal kick to Arsenal. And one thing I'll say about FC Zurich, they're going to be fired up for this game. Last week, if they would have lost, they would have been out of everything. If they win this game, which they shouldn't do, but if they do, and Bodo Glimt lose or draw with PSV, they will go through to the European Conference League, which keeps them in Europe. It's money that they can still earn they are going to be motivated to win this game. Long ball up to Gabriel Jesus. How on earth is that not a foul? That is literally a rugby tackle. He pulled him down. Vieira has a bad touch there. Bad pass by Ben White. We've started this game slow. Here comes Zurich. Ball whipped in. It's blocked. It's a corner. I'm not happy, people. I know we're only 5 minutes in, but this is a poor start to the game. Zurich looked the more lively team out of the two. It's a joke. Ash said, what do you make of PK retiring? I think in football, you know when it's your time to retire. He's been in the game for, 15 years plus. He's earned the money. He's had enough, He's mid-30s now. There's young centre-backs at Barcelona, Araujo, and they signed Christensen and people like that. He said one more game and he's retiring, so fair play to him. He's had a great career, PK, to be fair. Imagine Aubameyang scores a last-minute tap-in, does a knee slide in front of Arteta. That's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Hopefully not. Gunnar Deja Vu said our second 11 is shocking. Said many times, Arsenal have a very good team, don't have a very good squad. I know our bench looks strong tonight, but a lot of first-team players are on the bench, that's why. Pat said, here with you, Big C. Big up. You put Bug C. Oh, my days. What is this start? It's terrible. And as I said, people like Rob Holding, El Neni, Lokonga, Vieira, and Nketiah, Nelson, all trying to get in this Arsenal team. Kieran Tierney trying to get in the Arsenal team as well. These people have to perform. They have to, you get the opportunity to come in. You're supposed to handle business, play well, and put pressure on the manager to start you. There is nobody outside of the starting 11 at the moment that is putting any kind of pressure on Mikel Arteta to put them in that starting 11. None of them. And that's what we need. We need competition. Nelson put a bit of pressure on Saturday, Sunday. But let's be honest, that's nowhere near enough to start pushing Saka. These fringe players have to do a lot more. They've got a great opportunity and they need to start performing. Here is Reece Nelson, the man of the moment, if you like. After the weekend, Mohamed El Neni back in the team after a couple of months out. Holding, finds Vieira. Good football by Arsenal. First bit of decent play. Just as I say that, we give the ball away. Zurich win it back. Nicholas said, Big up Curtis tuning in from Stockholm. Was it you that said our second 11 would get relegated? Yeah, I did. I said, if you take our whole starting 11 out, pick our team with our second 11, it would get relegated, in my opinion. You're looking at Matt Turner in goal, Cedric, Tierney, Holding. We don't even really have a fourth centre-back. Whoever plays at centre-back. Your midfield would be Sambi, El Neni, Fabio Vieira. Your front three would be Nelson, Nketiah, Marquinhos. That gets relegated in the Premier League. Wolves are second bottom at the moment. You can't tell me that team's better than Wolves' first team. Wolves have got, Ruben Neves, Jimenez. Who's third bottom at the moment? Leicester. Leicester are third bottom. Leicester would batter that team. With Vardy, with Maddison, with Tielemans, with Ndidi. Our second 11 would get relegated. No, don't get me wrong. Not everyone's got a great second team. It's not easy to have a really good second 11. But you would like to think after 3.5 seasons at the club and a massive rebuild, listen, we've got a very good team. We don't have a very good bench, and that needs addressing quickly. Pat said, I'm driving home right now to catch the match. Apologies. Hey, listen, you're tuned in. Drive safe, You're not missing much. Let me tell you that. We haven't started the game great. People calling me Bug C. I mean, it's out of order, people. Jake, Liverpool fan, I believe, said that sideways pass from El Numpty was outstanding. I mean, listen, when you got El Neni and Sambi in midfield, I think progressive passing and forward passing is something that might be lacking a little bit in this game. We might be waiting a long time for Jesus to get a big chance. Maguire playing up front was legendary. I loved it. I just got in and I turned on the TV and seen Maguire up front with Ronaldo. I've never seen anything like it. This is Maguire, the fridge. Ronaldo, throughout his career, he's played up front with prime Wayne Rooney and Tevez and Berbatov and Benzema and Bale and Dybala and Higuain. And today, he plays up front with Maguire. Beautiful. Last 10 minutes, they put Maguire up front. To be fair, Maguire won a good 4 or 5 headers from the long ball. But he just couldn't get the knockdown to Ronaldo. But it just looked really funny, Maguire and Ronaldo up front. Corner to Zurich. I mean, this is meant to be Europa League. They've started better than us. Header, free header. He looks unmarked there. He volleys it over the crossbar. He is offside there. People starting to get a little bit frustrated with Fabio Vieira. I don't want to get on his case too quickly, but I just need to see more. I know we need a squad, but we paid £35 million for him. I need to see something from him. Imran said he's made of toilet paper. I think toilet paper is stronger than him. Buenos Aires, Guna. I say Dybala, he jumps in. It's crazy. Dybala at one stage, I thought he was going to be a superstar. You know, he always had a team of the season on FIFA. I always wanted him at Arsenal. I loved the celebration. I thought, what a player this guy is. But Buenos Aires, Guna, who's Argentinian, he's got no love for him. Fabio Vieira there, terrible touch. Zurich are bopping, by the way. We're under pressure right now. They want to get in that Conference League. They ain't just going to allow us to beat them. They're keeping possession. We've started off very poor. Shot by Zurich. Goes high and wide. Forgive me if I don't say the player's name. I don't know half of their names unless I see the name on the back of the shirt. Their fans are vibrant. They're letting off smoke in the stadium. And they're letting off smoke on the pitch right now as well. Fabio Stickman, I'm telling you. Here he is on the ball now, though. Come on, prove yourself. He's looking for a better run there. Gets into the penalty area, loses the ball. Fabio, I'm trying. Even the fact, I think, that his name is Vieira makes it worse for him. You know, if his name was Fabio Santos or Sanchez, I think I'd be more patient. Even the fact your name is Vieira, I don't know, it creates an expectation. Patrick, Fabio Vieira, I'm expecting miracles. He looked so good at the start of the Europa League as well. Fabio Feather. Nelson did make a poor run there. He put his arms out like, bro, how am I supposed to get the ball to you there? You're making a run right next to the defender. Make a run into the space so I can pass the ball to you. Fabio Santos, more like Andre Santos. Honestly, I can only imagine what this channel would have been like if I was streaming during Arsene Wenger's late years at the club. Because some of the stuff that was going on, I mean, I think I'd have been banned. I think they'd have banned me off YouTube for some of my reactions. You know, some of the games and the performances, I think, nah, it's a good job I wasn't streaming. Vieira's new sponsor is Andrex. Light as a feather. We do have a corner, though. Finally, we've got an attack. I feel like we're playing against the top team. We're struggling to create anything. I probably would have 1 million subscribers, but they might have banned me off the channel. That's the only problem. Fabio Vieira corner. Takes it short, edge of the box. Comes out, Reece Nelson. Terrible shot. It's Jesus. Shot's blocked. Oh, he has a heavy touch. Goes out. See, the problem is, Jesus, now that he's playing in this game, everybody's expecting him to score. This is Zurich. We're at home. They're bottom of the group. You're supposed to score. If he doesn't score, it will damage his confidence even more. But I hope he scores. Zurich are bottom of the league in Switzerland. That is crazy. Let me get the Swiss league up. They actually won the title last year, I believe. Yeah, they're rock bottom. 14 games, 1 win, 6 draws, 7 defeats. They've only scored 9 goals, conceded 24. They did win their last game, though. That was their only win. So they've had a good week. They won their league game, and they won last week in the Europa League as well. Imagine the 5-0 at Bayern, your channel would have been banned. Yeah, they'd have had to pull me off. Do you know what? I started this channel on the day of the Europa League final. I did the preview in the car, and then I did the review after the game. If I would have live streamed that game, that could have been the end of the channel on day one. Because that performance, wow. I'm hoping we're going on to bigger and better things now. I need to do Champions League watch-alongs. I want to be doing Arsenal against PSG. Arsenal against Real Madrid. You know, I'm sick of doing FC Zurich with players that I've never heard of, you know. Knuckles said, it feels like our midfield is non-existent. They just run around not doing anything. I think sometimes, sometimes we're linked with players and a lot of our fan base will go, I don't want him. No, I don't want it. Oh, I don't want Zaha, people were saying in the chat. I'm like, bro, you need to understand what level our backup is. Our backup is not great. In this game today, we're playing Eddie and Nketiah left wing and Nelson on the right. Nelson did well the other day, but was it a one-off or is he about that life? Is he just going to be a Jay Kwan, everybody in the club getting tipsy, one-hit wonder, then you never heard of him again, If you know about that song, what a tune back in the day. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. He could be the Jay Kwan of Arsenal right now. One-hit wonder and you never heard of him again. But let's see if he can perform. The only thing is, I will say this. I keep saying I want to watch Arsenal against PSG and Real Madrid. I wouldn't want to watch Arsenal against Real Madrid with the current squad that we've got. We would have to spend big money, that is for sure. Arsenal down the sides here. Ben White crossed in. Fabio Vieira shoots. It's blocked. Is it handball? Kieran Tierney. Yes! 1-0 to Arsenal. Kieran Tierney. Stronger than a Tesco bag. He trains in a T-shirt in the winter. He drinks iron brew and he eats haggis. Scotland's finest. Kieran Tierney, lad. Superb goal. Left foot volley. Bottom corner. 1-0 to the Gunners. What a finish. We haven't been great, that is for sure, but who cares? Gabriel Jesus got tackled. Vieira gets the ball to Reece Nelson. Is Ben White onside yet? Great ball by Nelson. Vieira with the first shot blocked. That is a brilliant finish. That is a brilliant finish. Take nothing away from that. As a left back, that is a brilliant, the technique. Watches the ball on the bounce, left foot, between the defenders, bottom corner. That's a fantastic goal, bouncing as it goes in. That's a big moment for Kieran Tierney because he's been talking about his frustration at sitting on the bench. And at times he's even been the third choice left back. So it's a big moment for him. He'll still probably get benched on the weekend. Great finish. One 0 to the Gunners. Haven't played well. Yeah, he did the Suarez. He was kissing his... I wonder if he's got... Why is he... I know Suarez, I think... Has he got a tattoo on his wrist with his kids' names, I think? And that's why he kisses them. I don't know why Tierney's kissing them. Maybe he's got the iron brew settings, people. Tierney's quality. I know we've wrote him off a few... I won't even say that. I don't think we have wrote him off. I think we just got to a point where we were like, you know what? Zinchenko's better than him on the ball. But I feel like there was a lot of passion in that celebration. I think Kieran Tierney really cares about the club. 1 goal in 6. I think that's probably his first goal of the season. Let's have a look. Tierney stats. Has he scored? I'm pretty sure. No, he hasn't scored. And he only scored 1 goal last season. So he doesn't score many. So that's a big moment for him. Please, we just need the Gabriel Jesus goal now. He needs that confidence boost. TMB said Tierney and Partey really are practicing shooting in training. These goals are not a coincidence. Yeah, the people that they're shooting was all over the place. To be fair, I remember Tierney scoring that banger that time at West Ham on his right foot. So I'm not sure Tierney's shooting technique is that bad. Thomas Partey, definitely we know. He was smashing all the pigeons on the roof. Now he's putting it top corner. He's just been nominated for Goal of the Month as well. Captain Tierney material. David said, I think it's a statement moment from Kieran Tierney. He's been peed off at Arteta not putting him in the first team. Listen, no footballer should be happy not starting. There's something wrong if you're not playing and you're happy. You should always be frustrated when you're on the bench. And I'm happy that Tierney's frustrated. Here comes Zurich, who have played well, to be honest. They haven't really created a big chance, but they've got forward well. D. Guna said, big up Curtis, love the watch along. Tierney is captain material. The thing is, captains have to be in the team. They've got to start on a regular basis. At the moment, he's not. Zinchenko is probably our first choice left back. Even Tomiyasu has played ahead of him. But it's great competition. We need that level of competition in other positions on the pitch. And he said, Big C, what do you think about Emery to Villa? I personally think it's a tough job for him. I think they had to get rid of Gerrard. Here's Eddie and Nketiah, 25 yards out, shoots. Gabriel Jesus is blocked. Jesus, great strength. Oh, he wins a corner. Unlucky there. Good play by Nketiah there. He'll be desperate to score tonight. He's trying to put pressure on Jesus. Jesus with the follow-up. It was blocked. He tried a little nutmeg. He wins the corner. I think Emery's got a tough job on his hands. I've got to be honest. That Aston Villa dressing room seems a little bit fractured. I hope his English is better than it was before, because communication is vital. People saying Sambi's gone missing. Not doing much in the number 8 role, but corner to Arsenal. Nelson whips it in, headed away near post. Poor corner. You've always got to beat that first defender. Get the ball over the first defender's head and get it in the mix, you know. Both our strikers are not scoring. At least Jesus gets assists. Granit Xhaka said, to correct you, Curtis, Kieran Tierney is 4th choice after me. I'm freezing on the bench. Need that old school Wenger coat. To be fair, we've seen Xhaka at left back a few times, which was crazy as well. Emery does love the Peaky Blinders. He's going to need to. He's going to need to. We need our strikers to get going tonight. Yeah, man, we need a goal. We need a goal for Gabby, man. Would you call anyone a legend since the Invincibles? Legend is... it depends what you consider a legend, man. I don't know if we've had a legend. I think the players that could have become legendary in terms of their ability, they all kind of left at the time when they were... You know, Ozil could have become a legend, but he declined. Aubameyang could have become a legend, but 2 or 3 years doesn't make you a legend to me. Sanchez would have become a legend, but he left pretty quick. People saying Cazorla. Nah, listen, Cazorla, I think there's a bit of a myth at Arsenal with Santi Cazorla, man. Santi Cazorla, in terms of technical ability and how good he was absolutely incredible. But in reality, Santi was not amazing at Arsenal for a long period of time. I remember when we first signed him, we used to play him left wing and right wing. Santi was at his best for probably 2 years when he played deep lying playmaker next to Coquelin. He was not an Arsenal legend. He had great talent. Oh, he tried a bicycle there, Vieira. That would have been a great moment. Santi was not an Arsenal legend. Ozil, Sanchez, Aubameyang, them man all did more for Arsenal than Santi Cazorla. Santi Cazorla was technically outstanding, though. One of the best I've seen. Fabregas was unbelievable as well. He possibly, you could almost say, was an Arsenal legend. Van Persie could have been a legend. Nasri, I think, was a top player as well. Is Xhaka an Arsenal legend if he wins the league with us? Not for me. Not for me. But listen, if we win the title, I think everybody will be a legend in my eyes. It's been that long since we won it. Here come Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus again. He's dropping too deep for me there. You're playing against Zurich, and do you know what? It's like a double-edged sword with Gabriel Jesus. He does so much for the team that you appreciate him so much as a player. But on the other hand, you're just like, bro, get in the penalty area, please. He's playing a through ball there to Fabio Vieira. Like, that should be the other way around. It should be the other way around. Gabriel Lacazette, oh my, he played like a defender. Best Santi Cazorla goal. Just for the importance, FA Cup final free kick. Because I thought we were finished 2-0 down. He bends it in the top corner and gave us hope. It was the most important goal, that's for sure. I remember he scored a belter against West Ham at Upton Park. I think it was left foot, top corner. Listen, I love Santi. Technically, he's one of the best players we've ever seen at Arsenal. Left foot, right foot. He used to take corners with both feet. Unbelievable. But for me, he had 2 great seasons when he played in midfield. Please beat Man City to the title. Do it for the culture. We don't want 3 in a row. Yeah, listen, a lot of Liverpool fans are saying that. The Santi masterclass versus Man City. Jesus needs to stay up front more, says Jason. Totally agree. Santi masterclass was unreal. Zurich players on the floor there. Don't know if Nelson gave him a little slap. He didn't mean to do it. He was rolling around. Willian is a legend, as in a myth. He is. I am legend, man. Will Smith walking around with a dog and no one else. Arsenal on the ball. We haven't played great so far, I can't lie. South London's finest said Gabriel's hair transplant is elite. No, listen, nah. No, I'm all right, man. We still got the baby hairs, man. And Gabriel's what, 24? Gabriel looked like he was advertising McDonald's, man. You know what I mean? But it's come back. It's grown back well. He was all over the place a month ago. He obviously went to Turkey and got that quality transplant. Willian does look decent at Fulham, to be fair. Maybe that's his level, you know. Starts, bench, sell, KDB, Fabregas, Modric. Oh, that's a horrible question because I loved Fabregas as an Arsenal player. I think Modric is outstanding. You're talking about a World Cup winner. Kevin De Bruyne has got so much talent. But them man's trophy cabinets are crazy. All right, I'm going to be Arsenal biased and say Cesc Fabregas. I'm going to say Kevin De Bruyne second. I'll go Luka Modric third just because he played for Spurs. I'm being biased. I love Cesc. I don't think you'll see a player like Cesc Fabregas for a long time. 16 years of age playing centre mid for Arsenal. That ain't going to happen for a long time, people, let me tell you. Elite said Cazorla, 129 appearances, 25 goals, 35 assists. He was a baller. He was an absolute baller. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm saying he wasn't an Arsenal legend. He was a top player. Yeah, Ramsdale's kicking the ball out for corners and doing all sorts. Big up Curtis in the C unit. Hope you're well. South London. Hey, South London, man. You can't come for me like that, bro. That was harsh. Start Modric, bench, sell KDB. Whew. No recency bias from you, no. Cesc was a special player. Club hero, I would say. 27 minutes gone. And as I've said with most of the Europa League games this season, it's another snorefest. It really is. It's another snorefest. And I can't wait for this group stage to be over and let's get into some big games in the knockout stage. Don't forget, we will be streaming the Europa League and Champions League draws on Monday. 12 o'clock, I believe, is the Champions League draw. And 1 o'clock is the Europa League draw. And then 2 o'clock, we'll be doing the review, obviously, looking back on the Chelsea game on the Sunday. So keep it locked, people. Yeah, listen, Modric is unreal. I am being a bit biased. You're talking about a guy who won the Ballon d'Or, won, 5 Champions Leagues. Played in a World Cup final. So I am being biased. Alfred, thank you for the super chat. Jesus might as well play on as number 10. The reason he didn't score more at City because he doesn't stay up top for the tap-ins. Some strikers have a unique ability that they don't need to be in the game that much. Your Agueros, your Kanes, your Lewandowskis. You know, those kind of strikers, Zlatan, them man will wait, stay out of the game, wait for the chance and finish. Jesus seems to want to be involved constantly. And sometimes when you do that, you're giving away, you know, you don't get as many chances. Poor ball there by Reece Nelson. We could have been hit on the break. We've been, make no mistake about it, we're winning this game 1-0. We have been poor. No wonder there was a lot of tickets available for this game because we're on the byline. Tierney whips it in near post. And he goes over for a goal kick. It is poor, man. Yeah, cherry picking. You cherry pick. You just wait for your chance and you pop it away. Inzaghi was the king. Used to stay out of the game all game, score a tap-in from 5 yards, run off, celebrating like he'd scored a 30-yard, you know, top corner shot. Inzaghi! He just used to run off like, you're like, bro, he come off your shin pad from 5 yards out, but it don't matter. Tierney was going mad when he scored there. I'm pretty sure he was swearing as well. But I understand it, the frustration of not in. Nelson's first touch is atrocious, said Haroon. Inzaghi with the here come Arsenal. And Nketiah's in the penalty area. Was he pulled back there? Past the ball. Here we go. Fabio Vieira. It's blocked by Jesus. Oh, my days. No, Fabio Vieira's shot. I'm pretty sure that's going in the bottom corner. Not only is Gabriel Jesus not scoring at the moment, he's blocked a certain goal. What a flick from Jesus into Nketiah. Nketiah does well. Lays it off to him. Jesus is in an offside position. The ball just hits him. Was that going in? I can't tell. What a flick there. Eddie did well. He gets pulled back there. He could have got a penalty. Was that going in or not? I'm not sure. Is that handball? No, he's offside. Should have been a goal there. Should have definitely been a goal. Simmons and Gakpo are on the bench. PSV don't want it. Wow. Maybe they're not bothered about the Europa League. Maybe they're just desperate to win that Dutch league ahead of Ajax. Fabio Vieira gets absolutely clattered there. Welcome to England, Fabio. And this ain't even the Premier League. You think that's a rough tackle. Wait till you're away at, who we got? You know, Nottingham Forest or someone. And them old school, you know, championship-style centre-backs. Vieira, that brother's soft, man. No disrespect, because that's a hefty tackle. But man, I'm calling him Fabio Alovera. It's all mad. Kimani said, is the game that bad? I haven't started my stream. I might just do your commentary. You're not missing anything, bro. This game, it's another snore fest. We're stinking out the Emirates. South London said, send Sambi to Birmingham with man like Trusty. I'm telling you. He's playing number 8. I still haven't noticed him. Aliti gets a yellow card. I don't think Mikel Arteta is that happy with what he's seeing. We're not playing that well. Vieira is a rip-off at 35 mil. I kind of thought there was a player there at the start, but I'm not sure he's built for the Prem. The Prem ain't for the faint-hearted, man, I'm telling you. Ball whipped into the back post. Gabriel heads it. There's a free kick to Zurich. God, man, it's going to be a long 90 minutes, I'm telling you. The more I watch Ramsdale, I think we need someone world-class. You know what was interesting? A lot of people have been saying this in the streams over the past few weeks and for a couple of months, saying that if Arsenal get in the Champions League, they actually think we need a new goalkeeper. They're saying, look, Ramsdale won't get away with this kind of moment of madness against better teams. They'll punish him. It's an interesting one, that. Do you believe that Ramsdale is a good enough goalkeeper to take into the Champions League, or would you like to see us sign another first-team goalkeeper and put more pressure on him? Andrew said, Curtis, you're too negative on Vieira, bro. I'm saying it as I see it. I've seen him play probably 2 good games this season. I've seen a good 3 or 4 now where he basically hasn't done anything. And you're talking about Europa League against players that are bang average. Like Zurich are bottom of the Swiss league. They're probably a championship level team. And he isn't doing anything. Sambi, I haven't noticed Sambi Lokonga in this game. He's playing in the 8 role, which we keep hearing about. I haven't seen him. Ramsdale sucks at corner, says Brio. Jason said, unpopular opinion, the lack of goals from Gabriel Jesus is concerning. Ramsdale is a bit of a loose cannon, but that's what makes him what he is. Can be risky. I suppose he would earn the opportunity to have a chance. I haven't seen enough that makes me think he doesn't deserve an opportunity. Philip said you will eat your words on Vieira. He's only been here a few months. I hope so. I hope so. You know, I hope he proves me wrong. Reece said Vieira's not been great, but one summer to bulk and he'll manage. Maybe he needs a little summer in the gym, you know. Lee said you missed my super chat about Tierney. Curtis, add a link to become a paid member, bro. Surely I get a 40% discount. Oh, shot! Zurich is deflected. And Ben White is saved there by Ramsdale. Ben White clears it. Maybe we'll have to do something. I wonder if I can reduce the membership prices. Maybe we could do a sale for Christmas or something. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. Here's El Neni. I suppose, listen, if you've got El Neni and Sambi Lokonga in the middle of midfield, don't expect to create a whole heap of chances, because them two ain't going to pass the ball forward. Look again, Gabriel Jesus, you're on the right wing. You're passing the ball to Ben White on the overlap. It's just, like, honestly, like, I love Gabriel Jesus. Seriously, man, he's a baller. But, bro, get in the pen. Look where Jesus is. Our striker is passing the ball to our right back who's running past him. Vieira's in the box and Nketiah's in the box, and our striker's at right wing back. Get in the penalty area, bro. You need a goal. You can't keep going there. You can't get to 9-10 games without scoring. Go to the World Cup and you haven't scored. He needs to score. Alfred said, why are people acting like 35 million in today's market is a lot of money? You can barely buy a championship player. Oh, great save there. Was that over the line? Eddie and Nketiah, I don't think it did go in. Also, Ramsdale is only 23. Do you know what it is? If you're clever with your money, 35 million can get you a player. It depends, don't it? 35 million right now, you could get Tielemans for less than that. You could get Zaha. You could get Trossard. They've all got only 6 months left on their contract, I believe. Renato Sanchez joined PSG, 15 million. Gabriel Jesus, great footwork. Looks for the pass, keeper collects it. The difference is as well, Alfred, we're Arsenal, we're not Man City. I don't think we can afford to start wasting 35 millions. I'm not saying Vieira is a waste. I'm saying when we spend 35 million, we need something to be produced by that player. Christian, thank you for the super chat. Eddie has had plenty of chances. When is it enough? We have to get better depth. That means we're going to have to sell players. Someone will need to command big money. Every position needs to be pushed. Listen, I've said it. You know my opinions on Eddie and Nketiah. For me, he's not good enough. I wouldn't be able to trust him if he was our main striker, if Gabriel Jesus got injured, you know. And Jesus is the most fouled player in the Premier League this season ahead of Wilfried Zaha. So if you're being fouled more than any other player, there's a chance at some stage you'll get injured. Latte said Big C is not going to the World Cup. They'll judge him off the goals, you know. Corner to Arsenal. Fabio Vieira to take. In-swinging corner. Headed away at the near post. PSV apparently beating Bodo Glimt 1-0. Who scored for them? Hoover. Jana Hoover. So we got to be careful. An equaliser here would put us into second. It's Fabio Vieira. Cross it to the back post. Not a bad ball. It's up in the air. Free header for the Zurich defender. He heads it out for a corner. It'll be interesting out of the Brazilians. Gabriel Magalhães, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli. How many of them go to the World Cup? If any of them. So, that's the Wolves right back. I think they got him from Liverpool. I believe he's a Dutch player on loan. Corner to Arsenal. In-swinger. Reece Nelson to take it. That's a better corner. Headed away, though, by Zurich. Comes out to Tierney, who shoots with his right foot. It is high, wide, and in the clock end. The game has not been great. I tell you what, I am looking forward to this competition. Group stage finishing. It is, the standard of football is poor. It really is boring to watch. Hoover, my guy, former Liverpool Academy player. Do you see GQ's video of Gnabry? One player I would have loved to have had back. I think if we had Champions League football last summer, we'd have had a chance. With Europa League, we had no chance. Sambi is a useless bystander. I don't want to just single him out because we're not playing well, but he's playing in the more advanced role and he's doing nothing. If you're in the 8 role, that means you can get forward a little bit more, try and create. He does very little. Are we expecting too much? These are guys that we need in the Prem if they come in. Audra said, prime Ronaldinho or prime Zidane. Listen, I love both, but I got to go Dino. Here's a chance, Fabio Vieira. Shots blocked. Good ball there by Kieran Tierney, and then he shoots. It's blocked. Vieira's shot was blocked there. That was a chance for him. I got to go prime Ronaldinho. Sambi wants to play 8, but right now he's a 2. Here's Ben White. Finds Vieira. Vieira's drifting to this right-hand side quite a lot. And Nelson's going a lot more central. Rob Holding finds Gabriel. 6 minutes till half-time. Personally, I'm looking forward to half-time. Here is Eddie and Nketiah wins a throw-in. We need a Giroud-type player, yeah? I would love us to get a player like that. Giroud scored 2 last night, again for AC Milan in the Champions League. Tierney whipped it in there. Vieira doesn't really make great contacts. Unlucky, but Sambi is on a -1 rating. Michael said, big up Big C on the way home from a long day in uni, commuting from Brighton to London. Yeah, man, big up. Appreciate you tuning in. Don't worry, you're not missing much. You're probably thinking, I got to rush home and watch this game. There ain't a lot to watch, though. Flick on there from the throw. Zurich clear it. Goes out for another throw. Bonolo said, big up Curtis and the C unit. This game is a standard Thursday snooze fest. This is what happens when you're in the Europa League, man. It's not Champions League level at all, is it? Craig, hope you're well, bro. He said, Curtis, if Aubameyang does score against Arsenal, he will put on an Arteta face mask. That would be a shutdown. I can't lie if he did that. I don't think he would. Be interesting if he celebrates. I don't think he will. Unless he gets caught up in the emotion. Because I think the Arsenal fans will give him... They might boo him now because of that video. The dot along is more interesting. Zoda said, let's be real. Arsenal literally have the best fullbacks in the league. Individually, maybe not. But our fullback quality is insane. Maybe as a collective, like as a four... Zinchenko, have Chelsea got better? Nah, Chelsea have got Chilwell, Cucurella left back. And they've got Reece James and... Who would their backup right back be? Maybe Aspilicueta or Chalobah, I'm not sure. It's a good debate. I don't know if we have. But we have got good quality there, that is for sure. Pat said this game is a snore fest. At least it's the result. Let's just make sure we get it, man. One Love said, shame Giroud wasn't flying in 2016, cost us the league. No offence, Big C, but if you listen to yourself, you notice you want 4 or 5 players in January. That will not happen. No, but listen, Paul, I totally understand. We're not going to get 4 or 5 players. My ideal, I would want 3. I want a right winger, a striker, and a centre mid. Realistically, I'd be happy with 2. I think Arsenal will probably sign 1. 1 is not enough. I think 2 is realistic. You can get 2 good players in January if you're prepared to spend money. And if we're top of the league as well, we can definitely attract players. So, 4 or 5, Paul. I'm not expecting 4 or 5. 2 would be great. 3 would be perfect. Daniel said the stadium is bopping, but only because of the Zurich fans. The thing with Europa League games, a lot of these tickets go on general sale. So a lot of the season ticket holders, they'll let their ticket go. You get a lot of younger people, a lot of families will go to these games. So the atmosphere is not quite the same, you know. But fair play to the Zurich fans. They're definitely making it a good atmosphere in there. Clef said, recall Ainsley, will have a centre mid. Reaction said, get Caicedo from Brighton and Zaha. I'd love to sign Zaha, man. I've said it time and time again. Patrick said, Sambi is just afraid, not courageous, never going to be good enough for a big club like Arsenal. He's playing like a kid. The couple of times that I've watched Arsenal live and I've seen Sambi play, every time I've watched him play, he's shown a moment of quality where he'll play a ball or do something, and I'm like, there is some talent there, but I feel like he doesn't want the ball enough. Centre midfielders who are ball players, they've got to be brave. Brave means get on the ball and try and make something happen. The team needs him to get on the ball, and I think he hides too much. Nelson loses the ball there, but he does a great tackle to win it back. Such a sloppy game, honestly. 43 minutes gone. I'm looking forward to half time. Faz said, oh, you want Zaha commission? I wish I was, bro. Thomas from Norway. Sambi on ice. It pretty much is like that, to be honest. How have you not said anything on Arsenal only scoring 8 goals in the Europa League? That's crazy, isn't it? I didn't even realise that. We've not really... But again, it's due to the squad depth. You know, it's due to the squad depth. The players who are coming in are not performing. And that's a worry because I don't think you can be successful just purely on a starting 11. You need 14, 15, 16 players who can do something. Welbeck, Bambi on ice. Bro, Welbeck is better than Nketiah. Let's be real. He is. And we didn't want him at Arsenal anymore, to be fair. Here's Eddie Nketiah, left-hand side. Gets to the byline. Does well. Whips it in. It's blocked at the near post. The guy's doing kick-ups. He slices it out. Honestly, this Zurich team are poor, man. They're poor. Seriously, we've got to make more of this. Paul said, tell me again which players you want in, and let's see realistically if Edu and Arteta can bring them to the carpet without guarantees of first-team football. Listen, I think, I've said it time and time again, I think you get Zaha in the door. He knows. he would come to Arsenal all day long. Gives us great rotation, left wing, right wing striker, improves this squad massively. You can get Tielemans all day long. 6 months on his deal, Leicester third from bottom. All day long he comes to Arsenal if you make a 15, 20 million pound offer. Zaha 6 months, 25 million. You telling me Zaha and Tielemans, 40 million for those two, doesn't drastically improve our squad pool? And they're just off the top of my head. I'm not even really thinking. But we won't. We won't. We'll probably go and sign Danilo from Brazil for about 25 million, and that'll be that. Daniel said, how do big drop-offs like Alexis and Hazard happen? It's crazy, isn't it? Hazard went to Madrid for 100 million, and his career's just gone downhill. Alexis went to United for like 450 grand a week and just disappeared. It's crazy. He looked good the other day for Marseille, though. Next season, we need to get Tielemans on a free and sell or loan Sambi. Clef said, Arteta has to be questioned. Why did he keep Nketiah and loan out Balogun? Why did he loan out Ainsley and keep Sambi? Interesting. I think Balogun needed the loan, to be fair. But I think Eddie could have done with a loan as well. That's the thing. He hasn't played enough first-team football. We've got 10 seconds till half-time. And to be honest, I can't wait. Sambi Babysham. Got to see more impact from him in these games. Where can I watch online? To be fair, Sunawar, you probably don't even want to watch it online. The half-time whistle goes. We're stinking out the Emirates again. But we're winning. I've got nothing really to say apart from we're winning 1-0. Kieran Tierney, brilliant goal. Left foot volley edge of the penalty area. Fringe players again look lackluster. There we go. I'll get the words out. Look lackluster in my opinion. Let's get the tweet out. Glad we're winning 1-0. Fringe players not doing enough to try and force their way in. We need a Gabby Jesus goal. See, the worrying thing is there, you look at that first half, has Jesus had a shot? He had that one shot that got blocked. The fringe players not doing enough to try and force their way into the team. We need a Gabby Jesus goal. There we go. Where's the chemistry, Curtis said. Bro, it's like FIFA. Red lines all over the place. Smokey said, would you start Tierney on Sunday or Zinni or Tommy? I'm trying to think. Who actually plays right wing for Chelsea? I think they play wing backs. Who will play right wing back for Chelsea? I'm not sure what system they're playing at the moment. Zinni, is Zinni going to be fit enough? He's been out for, 6-7 weeks? Only trained twice. A couple more days till Chelsea. It's a tough one. Personally, I don't think Tierney will start. I'm going to be honest. I think Tierney will be on the bench. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I mean, listen. If I'm playing left back and you got Martinelli, you just push Loftus-Cheek all the way back and force him backwards, you know. That's how you play against wing backs. You push your left winger high up the pitch, force him back so that he has to almost play like a fullback. Was Bambi playing? Listen, I don't like to single out players too much, but there's nothing there. There's nothing. Sambi, Eddie, these guys are not Arsenal level in my opinion. Seriously, they're just not. Players like Sambi, I'm tweeting it. And Nketiah and Holding, not good enough for Arsenal if we want to progress. I'm putting it out there, people. I don't care. Tierney should be happy as a backup. He's too injury prone to be relied upon. Well, this is the thing. Big up Polymation. Hope you're well, bro. We've had seasons where we've relied on Tierney. We've said, you know what? You're the number one. You're number one. Tavares number two. And what's happened? The brother gets injured every single season. Let's have a look at his stats. Last season, 38 league games. He played 22. 16 games he was out. Year before, 27. So he missed 11 games the year before. And in his first season, we did sign him injured though. But he got injured again. He did his shoulder and he played 15. So he missed 23 league games. So he's missed 23, 11 and 16 in 3 seasons. You can't rely on Kieran Tierney. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter how much you like him, how much you rate him as a player. He can't be relied upon. And this is why he's probably going to end up as the Europa League Carabao Cup left back. It's been Sambi Sanogo. It hasn't been Yaya Lokonga. I can tell you that, Odion. I can tell you that. Cliff, thank you for the super chat. Zaha and Tony would be perfect. Which one of these brothers would be willing to sit on the bench? Tielemans would come because he knows he'll be guaranteed a spot. Listen, and this is the point I keep trying to make. Big up, Cliff. Your Zahas, your Tonys, your Mitrovic, any player at that level that plays for like a mid-table Prem team. If you go to a top 6 club, you are not guaranteed first-team football. You're just not. Look at Basuma. You know, he's gone to Spurs, sat on the bench for weeks and weeks before he got in the team. And he was highly rated. Cucurella's gone to Chelsea, doesn't start all the time. He's been in rotation with Chilwell. This is the reality of football. Ivan Toney would come to Arsenal because you don't sell it to him as, oh, you're coming to Arsenal to be Gabriel Jesus' backup. You say, listen, I want you to challenge him. At times you'll play in a 2 with him. There may even be times where he plays wide or plays in the 10 and you play up front. These guys would come to Arsenal. You double their wages. There's no way they would reject a move to Arsenal. In my opinion anyway, especially when we're top of the league. What more does Eddie have to do in this match to impress you? I think he has done well in this match. I'm afraid you have a personal dislike for Eddie. You're getting 3 minutes. You can go on the naughty step. I mean, I'm going to flip the question back on you, Oshin. What more does Eddie need to do for you to realise that maybe he's not good enough for Arsenal? It's nothing to do with personal dislike. The brother came through the youth system. We always support them. I'm an Arsenal fan, which means I want to see the best. I don't want to see a guy on the pitch that's struggling to score goals on £100,000 a week. 12 Premier League games this season, no goals, no assists. I mean, what am I supposed to cling to and say that, oh, yes, time out your blood clot. I mean, tell him, man, Caps, 3 minutes. Go and consider your actions. And Lokonga at number 8. I mean, Lokonga apparently wears the number 23 shirt because Michael Jordan is his sporting idol. I mean, you ain't really repping MJ too good right now, my bro. I'm telling you, with that number 23 on your back. I don't know what's going on. These men are wearing mad numbers and doing madness. You got Sambi in the middle, Michael Jordan. You got Eddie up front wearing Thierry's number. I don't know what I'm watching. It's all mad. Sambi Lone Congo. Michael Jordan because he jumped so high when he leaves the stadium. MJ said, big up C. I think Kroenke is loving the excitement from the fans about this season. He'll use it against us and sign nobody. Or against you, he said. And this is always my worry of Arsenal. It's always my worry. When Arsenal do well and we hit a transfer window, it's almost as if they go, oh, we're doing well. Let's not spend no money. And then you go, oh, man. I'm just seeing Tierney's goal. He kisses the wrist. And it looks like he's about to start swearing in the earlier one. MN said, you're being too negative. No, listen. For us to achieve something great this season, we have to have a strong squad. We can all see that. And some of these guys aren't performing. Chris Clark said Tony and Zaha will do better numbers this season than Jesus. If they came to Arsenal, they wouldn't be riding the bench for long. That level of competition, it would push people. Big up everyone tuned in. We got 2,400 of you in the chat. Great numbers for a midweek Europa League group game. Make sure you lick down that like button. Let's get 2,000 likes on the video, people. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. And obviously, we will be back at 2 p.m. tomorrow to review the game. Although the way this game is going, I won't be reviewing it for long, that is for sure. Dominic said Nketiah was not good enough for Leeds in the Championship, and some think he's good enough for Arsenal. Tony or Zaha, better player for Arsenal? I think we need the striker more than the winger. So I'll go Ivan Toney. I'm going to be real. Because at least out wide, you got Saka, you got Martinelli, Smith Rowe will come back. Nelson looked okay when he came on at the weekend. But the Jesus to Nketiah gap is too big. Even Jesus, as much as I've defended him all week, there are little question marks starting to go next to him because we've got, 3 games left. Half of this game and then 3 full games. He can't be going to the World Cup without scoring in these last few games. Being critical is natural. If you hide criticism, you won't improve. Listen. People have to understand constructive criticism is used in sport as positivity. You don't learn. You can't always tap people on the back and say, oh, well done, well done, Lokonga. Well done, that was a good effort, fella, well done. Tap him on the back, great running. Nah, bro, this is Arsenal. We're trying to challenge Man City. We can't have passengers. This ain't the local bus. We can't have passengers. Eddie, Holding, Lokonga, even Fabio Vieira, these men have to start performing. They have to show something. We've got to see something and go, well, you're not the finished article, but at least that side of your game is quality. Sambi, I've been told for weeks, wait till he plays in the number 8 role. But I've just watched him in the number 8 role, and it looked no different. It looked exactly the same. Eddie hasn't scored in 12 Premier League games, and he's not scoring many in Europa League. We've got every right to question that, because what happens if Gabriel Jesus gets injured or gets criticised? That's the only way we're going to... As I said, people, it's a positive. We have to lift the level. We're not aiming for no top 6 or let's try and get Europa League. We're trying to stay up there with Man City. You can't carry these little side dishes if you're trying to get to the top. Brian said himself he's more of a 6. I mean, didn't everyone tell me he was an 8? He needs to play in the 8 role to see the best out of him. But apparently he said he's a 6. Bring Curtis PCN to the carpet and replace Nketiah. Oh, my days. Gunnar Paul said, Big C, my new toppy. Save as Sambi ain't scoring anything. Fed up of Sambi semi-pro ball. I think we need a striker and rotation for Partey. I agree. Don. Do you know what, Don? Big up, man, because you know what? I saw you in the comments on Talk is Cheap, and I did my best to really defend Gabriel Jesus that day. Strikers Union. But, Don, you know, I'm struggling a little bit today. I'm struggling. He's played like an attacking midfielder. We're playing against FC Zurich. Please get on the penalty area. Just get in the penalty area. Please stop dropping so deep. We're playing the worst team in Swiss Premier League. They are bottom of the Swiss League. They've won 1 game. Gabby, please just get a tap in. Peter said, man said this ain't the local bus. Classic shameless settings, man. I'm telling you, man. Don's coming in on smoke. I can't hide. I saw the comments. I don't hide from them. The Conga and Holding got to go. I get you. I would have no problem with those two being sold. Put Gabby, I nearly said Gabby Jesus. Put Eddie and Nketiah in there as well. Jesus is attached to the halfway line. Sakin said, everyone has to pull their weight. Can't have passengers. Too much pressure on the good players. 100%. Don said, Holding gives me PTSD. Rush said, what are you saying there? I'd try and get him out in the January window. Holding is slower than your geriatric granddad. He's a nice guy, though. You've seen it with Rob Holding in the All or Nothing. He just laughs. He smiles. He trains well. He's got a great attitude. Doesn't moan. Doesn't make noise. There you go, mate. You're a nice guy. Have a new contract. What, you don't mind being fourth choice? There you go. You'll get a testimonial here, mate. You'll be here for 12 years. This ain't a holiday camp, bro. You know what I mean? This ain't a holiday camp. You can't just stay here because you're happy to be here. Because realistically, you know, if you leave Arsenal, you're only going one way, and that's down the league, you know. Let's be real. So he's happy to stay at Arsenal, be a backup dancer, pick up 50, 60 grand a week. Let me start looking at these Donnies, man. Eddie Nketiah, 100 grand a week, 5-year deal, number 14. 23 years of age. Bang average. Let's keep it a buck. I ain't hiding no more. I want Arsenal to win something. We can't keep carrying these Donnies, man. Rob Holding, 40 grand a week. Contract expires 2025. Jesus, we ain't getting rid of him. We're stuck with him. 2025, 40 grand a week. Let's have a look at Lokonga's contract. Lokonga contract. Sambi Lokonga, 23 years of age, just turned 23. Where's his contract? His contract, I can't see his contract. Sambi Lokonga signed a long-term deal, believed to be 5 years. But this is his second year, so he's got 3 years. 2025 on Sambi. This website says 50 grand a week, Sambi. I don't know whether that's right. That's not on Sport Rack, though. I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. I'm confused. Oh, it says 1 year option on him as well, Sambi Lokonga. You don't need to take that option, that's for sure. Just let that fizzle out real quick. But anyway, let's get back to the comments. Can't afford any more passengers on the train. I'm telling you, we're trying to go Champions League on this train. We can't have passengers, man. Big C mad. Nah, man, I'm vexed, blood. We can't have these players. I think Europa League's going to be tough this year because when we have to rotate, if we come up against the Barca Juve, these men will get smoked. Second half about to begin. Please, Gabriel Jesus, score a goal. Second half is underway, people. Can we have a more exciting second half than we did in the first half? Lick down the like button, subscribe. Second half underway, and let's keep it moving. And Sambi is down. He's down, people. Gets a forearm straight on the nose. Maybe that guy's an Arsenal fan as well, and he just wanted him off the pitch. I don't know. Paul said, I think if we panic buy Tielemans Zaha in January, in the summer we will not bring a quality player for that position. For me, I will wait until the summer and bring 2 world-class players. I don't think, Paul, and I get your point. I do get your point. I don't think Tielemans and Zaha can be considered as panic buys. They're better than a lot of the players that we've got in those positions. And they would be cheap. 40 million, I think you get both of them. And what world-class winger and world-class centre mid can we get in the summer? They would cost a lot of money. Here we go. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, he puts it over. He puts it over. He couldn't score in a brothel with 100 euros in his pocket, Gabby, right now. Back post. Finish. 4 yards out. I mean, the keeper gets in front of him, but... I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The goalkeeper saves it. He must think, what have I got to do to score a goal right now, please? I mean, this goalkeeper, he's going bold on top. It's all mad. It is all mad. He can't buy a goal right now. It's a corner to Arsenal. What? Oh, the ref blows the whistle. Sheets of Metal said, which Europa League game hurt more? Chelsea final, Olympiacos or Villarreal? You got to say Baku. But I think because I was streaming, Villarreal felt the worst. I don't know why. Maybe because I was on the stream. But yeah, Chelsea was bad, but we got smoked. But yeah, Paul, man, yeah. Tielemans and Zaha can't be called panic buys, man. Come on. They improve us significantly. Ball whipped into the back post. And Nketiah heads it in. No, it's cleared away. Goes back in. Goalkeeper collects. Oh, my days. Villarreal was a total disgrace. I think that was the Lacazette one. Prime Welbeck or Nketiah. Yo, put some respect on Danny Welbeck's name, man. Put some respect on Welbeck's name. England international. Salt Bay celebration at Southampton. The flick-on header against Southampton jumping into the crowd. He wasn't great for Arsenal, but he had some good moments, man. I put some respect on Danny Welbeck, man. Welb's had a couple good moments for Arsenal. I remember he chipped the keeper at Liverpool as well. Gabriel Jesus fouled. Free kick to Arsenal. Man said, what is Prime Nketiah? Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what Prime Eddie Nketiah is. I haven't seen it yet. If anyone's seen it, let me know. We're still waiting for that one. Free kick to Arsenal about, what, 40, 50 yards out. These men are got some mad headband on and everything. Welbeck always scored against United. He celebrated as well, which was interesting. Big C, we need Tony. Remember, Giroud cost us the league. We need a goal scorer if we want a challenge. I don't think Arsenal have any interest in looking for a striker. Arteta loves Eddie. Even Bentner scored goals against Prime Barca. We got Rob Holding now. He said, me or Saliba. I'll take Zaha, Neves, or Paulinho. Is Paulinho the brother at Fulham? Looked good this season. He would be expensive, though. They've only just bought him. Fabio Vieira fouls their player, gives away a free kick. Alvin said, Karate Kid headband. Big up, Dre. Hope you're well, said Gabriel Bentner. Please, man, we need a Gabby Jesus goal. I'm rooting for him to bag, man. He needs one. Zurich on the attack. 4 minutes into the second half. Zurich fans making a lot of noise. They let off a lot of smoke before the game. And Cass said, I need a Sambi YouTube account quick. I think it's needed. Somebody tried to make one on the weekend and spelt his name wrong. They disappeared real quick. They haven't been seen since. So maybe someone will come back. That guy Welbs, man. Yeah, Welbs had some good moments, man. Wasn't the answer overall, but he had good moments. Here come Arsenal on the attack. Gabriel Jesus fouled again. And you won't be surprised to know he's nowhere near up front. He's on the right wing. Brio, thank you for your super chat, bro. Appreciate it. Whoever gave Eddie that contract needs their P45. Free kick on the halfway line. Jesus limping. Get in the area, please, and try and score. Jesus is the cartel Lacazette, said John. You're moving like Lacazette's little brother, man. Just get in the box and try and score, brother. Granit Xhaka account is goated. It is top quality. El Marlo, it was Kieran Tierney. Good volley, bottom corner, edge of the box. 50 minutes gone. Long ball by Ramsdale. Looking for Nketiah. Tries to shoulder the ball down. Here's Kieran Tierney. Retains possession. Fabio Vieira gets the ball out wide to Ben White. Haven't created enough chances in this game. Nelson drives into the penalty area. Does well there. Here's Sambi Lokonga. Eddie. Tierney on the overlap. Can we create something? Needs to look up. Sambi. Is anyone going to shoot? We're forced backwards. Sambi goes back. El Neni goes back. We end up back on the left. Yeah, I've heard Lacazette scoring goals in France. Tierney whips it in low and it's cleared. We look short of ideas in attack. Yeah, Sambi Lokonga, they were calling him. I said, yo, you know you've spelt his name wrong. And the account disappeared real quick. Eddie Nketiah's down holding his ankle. Did Laka get the hair transplant as well? Yeah, has he got the hair back? I don't know what happened there. Tierney, he literally ripped his shirt, bruv. His chest is out. And Eddie, Eddie did the shoulder. What happened to him? Eddie done a shoulder next minute. He's on the floor. I don't know. Is that a muscular injury? Tierney said, listen, man, I've seen that Curtis Shaw TV ripping the shirts, mate. I'm ripping it. Big up Somali, man. He said, yeah, man, I'm ripping this shirt. Who else do you want from City? Edu needs to know. I'll take a few, man. Give me Gundogan, Mahrez. Them man are on the fringes right now. Tierney trying to do a Curtis Shaw, man. Nah, man, it's already been done. It's already been done, Kieran. You can't copy. Eddie and Ketty are limping a little bit there. Sam's not happy with me. He said I'm becoming negative. I'm being realistic, Sam. I'm being realistic. I'm not going to celebrate mediocre players. As a fan, you want the best for the club. I realise everyone's not going to be a world beater. Some of these guys are absolute bang average. No, Gary Nolan, he's done a Curtis. He tried. Kieran Shaw Tierney, mate. He's trying. I'll take all of Man City's scraps. All of them. They all improve us. The legendary shirt ripping. Hey, Kieran. Ripping the shirt ain't for everyone, Kieran. It ain't for everyone, let me tell you. It needs to be a clean rip straight down the middle, you know what I mean? Not no little side patch bit. That don't work. Oh, dear. Shirt rip from Tierney was in homage to Big C and Curtis Shaw TV. Yeah, man, let's hope so. Maybe he watches the channel. You never know. Here is Reece Nelson. Good ball out wide. Come on, let's get a couple of goals, man. Ben White finds Gabby Jesus. They double up on him and take the ball off him. He's on the floor. He gets kicked every time. Tierney got London Gal requesting pictures, says Sheets of Metal. Bambi is not a footballer at all. Big up Sheets of Metal with that super chat. Here come Arsenal. Eddie and Ketty are in the area. Finds Kieran Tierney. Sambi finds El Neni. Kieran Tierney. Good ball. Really good ball into Sambi. Keeps it in, does well. Can we keep the ball moving, bro? Aye, Sambi with the little nutmeg, but he doesn't retain the ball. Keeper collects it. Smokey, Prime and Ketty versus Chelsea, or Prime Lucas Perez. Lucas Perez, you know, what an interesting player he was. He scored that hat-trick that time away at Basel. I could just never really work him out. Yeah, I see the nutmeg, and he's back. And he hasn't changed the name. He's still calling him Lukonga. But I'll let you off. Darren said, I'm not watching the game. Only 1-0. Very disappointing. Who's man of the match so far? How is Sammy playing? Who would I give man of the match to? Maybe Tierney. He's ripped his shirt and he scored a good goal. So I got to go for him. Curtis, be real. Some people compare Jesus to Alexis. Yeah, and that's... You need to calm down with them comparisons. I can't lie. Alexis was, you know, you're talking about a world-class left winger. Paul's back at me. Here he goes. Paul's not happy. Paul, you better calm down, Paul. It's Thursday. I've recorded EastEnders. Paul said, just remember when all of you said we bought the wrong player from Brighton. Ben White's better than Pazuma, who's average. Ramsdale relegated twice. We just throw names in. Just trust the process. Paul, couple questions for you. Did you trust what happened last January? When we got rid of players and brought no one in and finished 5th. A point behind Tottenham. Did that work for you, Paul? I'm just asking, you know, you're throwing things at me. I'm going to give you a little something back. And because Basuma's been average at Spurs doesn't mean he would have been average at Arsenal. Maybe he would have done very well for us. Paul, you're pushing your luck here, Paul. Tempted to give you 3 minutes. Paul, where are you? Let me know, people. Does Paul deserve 3 minutes to consider his actions? He said we're purely throwing out names. Wilfried Zaha and Tillemans. Edu is behind Paul's account. They're calling it, man. They say, Paul, 3 minutes. You're not blocked. You know, you can come back, but 3 minutes, naughty step. Consider your actions. So, Paul, we'll see you in 3 minutes. Floyd said give him 30. Come on, you Gunners. Gabriel Jesus on the attack. Finds Eddie and Ketty left-hand side. Pass the damn ball, Eddie, bro. Deflected. It's just, oh, we're so bad to watch. This is horrible. And Gabriel just kicks out for a throw-in. Oh, we're stinking out the Emirates. We are stinking out the Emirates. Yeah, Paul, man, 3 minutes. Consider your actions. Make yourself a drink. Come back. And consider what you've been typing. Curtis, start singing to keep us awake. Here's Eddie, left-hand side. Ball's gone out for a throw-in, and it's more of the same. Ah, dear people. It's a good job the community are interactive because, boy, I genuinely could fall asleep watching this. I've got the big bright light behind the camera shining in my face. My eyelids feel like they got bricks in. It could be a sleep-along, people. We just go sleep on the stream. Please, man. It's Zurich at home. Jesus wins the ball back. I'm desperate for him to score. It's Fabio Vieira, left-hand side. He's got zero support. Just win a corner. Ball whipped in. And it goes through to the goalkeeper. Ah, dear. Man saying I'm being too harsh. I'm suspending people. Nah, listen, man. It's banter. 3 minutes. You're not banned. It's just, I believe 3 minutes to consider your actions, And, yeah, man. 3 minutes. Especially when he came for me about 3 or 4 times, man. Nah, man. Paul, 3 minutes. You won't be banned. It's fine, but 3 minutes. Naughty step settings, people. 3 minutes on the step. PSV are cooking Bodo Glimt. People need to be aware. An equaliser here would put us second in the group. PSV winning 2-0. And they're not even playing their full strength team like people said in the comments earlier. No Simmons, no Gakpo, both on the bench. So they're obviously not that bothered. Curtis Sleepy Show, sure, I'm telling you. Sleep along settings, man. Give Matt Smith a chance. He can't be any worse than what Sambi's doing. Oh, Gunnar Vettel said, Lokonga has been quality. You got to be bantering here. Let me get this up. I want to read this comment. Lokonga has been quality. So good. Off the ball work is just incredible. 10 out of 10 performance. What a player. I know Gunnar Vettel he's been in the chat for a long time. He's trolling the living daylights out of us. I ain't falling for that. Troy said, Curtis, I would rather see the 15-year-old up front than Eddie. Eddie should not even be on the bench. Troy, there's a lot of sensitive people in the comments today. They might not like that, but yeah. Big up Troy with the super chat. Hope you're well, bro. Pat said this stream is more entertaining than the match. People, honestly, you're carrying me through this right now. We got to be careful. Zurich on the attack. A goal puts us second in the group. And that is a bad thing after I've been trolling Man United. Ball by Zurich. Goes over hit and Ramsdale picks it up. Big C have inside info. Lokonga has been nominated for the next Ballon d'Or. He might be the security guard on the door with Kolasinac. That might be the best you'll get. Poem said, watching Holding and Eddie is punishment for all my past sins. Oh, dear. Surely, I've always tried to be a good person, but I must have done something wrong, man. You're making me watch Lokonga, Holding, and Ketia on a Thursday night. It's painful. Here we go. The cavalry's arrived, people. Thomas Partey and Bukayo Saka. Yes. Thank you. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Get some of these Donnies off the pitch, man. Please, get them off. Partey will probably come on for El Neni, I would imagine. Not because he's been worse. I would imagine that, he's been out for, 2 months? I would imagine the plan was for him to get 60 minutes. If Sambi comes off for a guy that hasn't been playing, who's not fit, then it's a problem. Dre said the community is hilarious. Big up yourself, Dre. Sheets of metal. If we get a draw, we're getting Barca or Juve. You know it would happen to Arsenal. We'll get Barcelona in the new camp. So we need to make sure we win. Here we go. Here he is. We knew it was going to happen. Albert Sambi Lokonga account is here. Curtis, why are you against me? I'm supposed to be the new Yaya Toure. Here we go. It was always going to happen. Sambi just got clattered, by the way. I think he just wants to come off the pitch now. He's probably saying, no, I'm injured, man. Just take me off. Mohamed El Neni comes off, as I said. El Neni off for Thomas Partey. I'm sure the plan would have always been for him to play 60 minutes. He's been out for a while. He'll be delighted to get that, 62 minutes under his belt. No injury. Happy days. Thomas Partey comes on. Dre Guna said, Big C, my eyes are bleeding. I know the feeling watching this. I'm in agony. Physical pain. What? Gabriel Jesus comes off. I mean, how do I feel about that? On one hand, get him off. We need him for Chelsea. On the other hand, I'm like, another game with no goal. And he didn't really look like scoring. This is the first time, I'm going to be totally honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with Gabriel Jesus tonight. The worst team in the Swiss Premier League didn't really look like scoring. Missed one big chance. He's got to do better. He doesn't play in the... He's not playing like a striker. He's really not. Jesus will score against Chelsea. I hope so. Let me tell you, I hope so. Save them goals for Chelsea, man. Can contracts be cancelled? Let Eddie go. He'll want about 5 million to cancel that. Kimani said, Partey on gets me nervous. Cannot afford him to get injured. Here's Saka. Right hand side. Whips it in. Here we go. Oh, it hits Reece Nelson. Don't think he was expecting it. And the goalkeeper collects it. Did you hear that Kane has got the Freedom of London for his achievements? What achievements? I'm telling you, man. Freedom of London. Win a trophy first, bro. Forgo Main said 1-0 against the championship side. You're not wrong. 999, what's your emergency? Hi, my eyes are hurting from watching Eddie Nketiah. Phone cuts out. Holding is now the captain. It's wild, isn't it? It's wild. He's done it again, that Sambi. Lee Judge's voice. This is a snooze fest. Alan Shearer with a trophy, yeah? Well, Shearer won the Premier League, didn't he, at Blackburn at least. Here's Thomas Partey. Great ball there with his left foot. Saka collects it. Good ball. Fabio Vieira shoots high, wide, and into the North Bank. And here we go. Eddie's here. Look. Yo! Nah, you lot are goated, man. Nah, I'm done. End the stream, Dave. Word to X. I'm done, man. I'm finished. Oh, look at this guy, man. Whoever you are, you're good. Who is it who says that? Robert De Niro, you're good. You're good, my friend. I respect it. Edward Eddie Nketiah, why are you against me? Ring me. No, man, you lot are mad, you know. I swear down, it's all mad. The man got Eddie on topless. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I don't know what to say. You're carrying me through the stream right now, people. I'm going to be honest. You're carrying me through the stream. It's been a long 65 minutes of this snore fest. You lot, I don't know how you create these accounts so quick. It's mad. Ah, Dre, the best community, I swear. You're legendary, man. Seriously. I think we got Vieira at the dollar store. And I think he was on sale. D said, Curtis, I can hardly watch the match. This is a better show. We need to get Marquinhos. The boy deserved a chance against this team. Remember, he got that man of the match performance against these away from home. Sheets of Metal said, you dirty little... We won't say the rest. Lead Judge's voice. Big up the Judge. Legend. Just end the match. Yeah, it's painful. Anyone not watching this match, don't worry about chasing up the highlights on YouTube. Do yourself a favour. Stay as far away from this game as possible. Right, stay away. You're not missing anything. We are stinking out the Emirates. Francis said, Curtis, you're in trouble tonight. Fabio is coming for you too. Hey, listen, man. Man are saying Laurie's creating these accounts. Oh, dear. AFCON ref, please just blow the full-time whistle right now. I've seen enough. I'm more than happy for this game to end right now. My eyes are burning watching this. Fabio Vieira, done minimal. I mean, Sambi's just been rolled there. Here comes Zurich. They've got players in the box. Ball whipped in. Here's a chance. Saved by Ramsdale. Rebound. They've scored. He's offside. Oh, my days. He's offside. Oh my days. Don't you dare. Don't do this. He's offside, fortunately. We're scrambling. I mean, Sambi gets rolled. Ball down the left-hand side. Pulls it back. Where's the midfield? Totally unmarked. And Ramsdale has to make the save and they score the rebound. Have I done Sambi dirty there? Let me rewind that. It might have been Thomas Partey who got rolled, you know. It's Partey. Sambi, my sincerest apologies. Thomas Partey got rolled. Absolutely rolled there. But if that's not a wake-up call, then boy, we're playing against FC Zurich, people. What am I really watching? We've got Chelsea at the bridge at the weekend. These lot better fix up. I know this ain't our full team, of course. These lot have to do better. Chargers in, anyway. Here's Reece Nelson, left-hand side. He's been quiet after his heroics at the weekend. Finds Kieran Tierney. Man of the match so far, Tierney. Good goal. Good celebration. Here's Nketiah in the penalty area. Finds Tierney. You might as well shoot. We're struggling to create. At least it woke everyone up, people, with that little bit of drama, you know, because, boy, I'm about to get the pillow and the quilt and just sleep and just see what happens. Zurich coach has a nice wig. I'm surprised they are doing so poorly. Here come Arsenal. On the attack, Ben White marauding through midfield and he loses the ball. And Zurich are on the break. A goal for Zurich. Would that actually be enough to get them into the Conference League? I think they need to win. Yeah, a draw wouldn't be enough for them. They need to beat us. Thomas Partey does well. Finds Sambi Lokonga. I'm delighted I've got insomnia. This match might be the cure. Reece Nelson goes past the defender. Appeals for a foul not given. Trevon said, why is Eddie's first touch so poor? Come on, man, please. This is such a poor standard. No wonder there were a lot of tickets available this morning. Sheets of Metal said, no jokes, let's be serious now. I think the humour is carrying us through the game. That's all we got right now. Emmanuel Aboué is here. We go. Aboué. My phone's on loud. I'm ready for the call in January. Oh, my days. Tomiyasu is coming on. I would imagine that'll be Ben White, I would imagine, will come off, saving for the weekend. No fake scores in the chat. That's a timeout straight away. It's not 2-0, it's 1-0. Broad's better than Eddie and Nketiah, bro. Broad's done all the dirty work for me. He elbowed defenders, scored some good goals as well. Paul's back. I was unhappy with 5, but I did trust Mikel Arteta. By the way, I was here since the clock on the wall. But if this irritates you, no problem. I will never say yes. If I think you are wrong, you should consider your action. Hey, Paul. Paul, listen. Nah, listen. Paul, fair play. You know what? It's borderline, but I'll let it slide. Paul, I have no problem with it. I have no problem. I just think, you know, when you're calling people panic buys who are better than players we've got, that's wrong. But, Paul, you've let the clip off. Luckily, I'm in C Unit. We walk around with bulletproof vests. We ain't playing games, you know. But big up yourself. Montana said lifetime ban. Paul, I don't mind it. I'm all here for it. Big up, Paul. You let the clip off. It was unexpected, but you've been here since the clock on the wall. That was like the clock end at Arsenal, you know. Paul's on smoke. I respect it. I won't run from that. Man said Paul Blott. What was that? What's that? What was that film called? The guy in the mall, innit? The security guard. I respect it, Paul. I can't lie. You went down fighting. I'll take it. I'll take it. Subliminal diss. Albert Sambi Lokonga, Curtis's favourite player. Curtis, why do you hate me? I am and forever will be the best ever Arsenal player. You lot are outrageous today, I swear. You lot aren't ramping. You're creating all these accounts. I mean, you've put a young Sambi there in the pick. I didn't even notice it. It's getting out of hand. I can't lie. You're uncontrollable right now. Montana said, Paul, yeah, the security man. Paul Blott, Mall Cop, something like that. Yeah, man. It's a good film, by the way. Paul, much respect to you, my friend. You've let the clip off, but I respect it. I respect it. I'm still in touch with Colo. We are both free. Colo Torre, beautiful human being. I'm not quite Darren Farley, but we'll have a go. Fabio Vieira comes off. £35 million down the drain in inflation. Mortgages are going up. The price of milk, bread, water, everything's going through the roof. Electricity's going through the roof. And Arsenal blew 35 million on some featherweight Portuguese number 10, who I'm not even noticing when he's on the pitch. Thank you very much, Arsenal. I expect a refund for my season ticket, please. Another average performance. Got on the ball a little bit. 35 mil. Not seeing it, people. Go and look for the receipt and see if you can take him back. Exchange him if possible. But nah, man, I'm not having it. We've been bumped again here. I'm sorry, we've been bumped. 35 million. Do me a favour. Who came on then? I didn't even notice. Odegaard came on and Ben White came off as well for Tomiyasu. Tokyo Guna said, come on, Tomiyasu, big up. Inflation is... Here we go, Fabio Vieira. Curtis, please just give me a chance. I only played a few games. I'm trying, Fabio. But you better get in the gym, man. I'm telling you, something. Get him some jerk chicken and rice and a gym pass, and he'll be all right. But right now, I'm not having it. Paul Unit, yeah, man. The man ain't ramping. Not even 10 stone when he's wet. Oh, my. Pass the ball, Reese. Here's Eddie, left-hand side. Lift your head up, man. Cross it. Edge of the penalty area of Reese Nelson. Takes it off the toes of Odegaard. And he's offside. We're a shambles. We got no chemistry. There's red lines all over this team if you're a FIFA player. Nelson waits too long. Passes it to Eddie when he's offside. And I can't wait for this game to end. 16 minutes till it's over. Please. Never wish time away in your life, but seriously, man, I'm looking forward to this game finishing. My eyelids feel like they've got bricks in them. Timbo said, basically, only Zinchenko and Jesus were our summer signings because the others are poor. And man, I rating Edu. Listen, you're speaking some facts there. Fabio Vieira's made no significant improvement on this squad. Marquinhos hasn't really played. Matt Turner, he's just a backup dancer. Zinchenko was quality, but he's been injured. So Gabriel's the only one that we can rave about, and he couldn't score in a brothel right now. So we need more. So Edu, new contract. I'd be saying relax yourself. You better sort out January before you get a new deal. But we'll see. Fabio, he needs some milk. Oh, mate, he needs something. Edu is a fraud. He can only sign 3 players from Brazil. Best rap collab ever. That's tough, man. I couldn't even think of that off the top of my head. I'll get back to you. Cedric Suarez has arrived. They're all here, people. They are all here. He said, I have to start versus Chelsea, Big C. It was good to meet you in the petrol station, but yeah. They're all here tonight, people. Everyone's turning up in the chat. Andy said you got to give new signings at least a season to settle. I totally get that, but you have to see something. You've got to see something. We go, all right, it's a new league, but I can see some quality there. With Fabio Vieira, I can honestly say I'm not seeing much. He's techie and that, but he ain't pulling up trees. Zurich can score this. We need to be careful. You're right. A goal from Zurich now and we finish second. And they're making a double change now. You guys are acting like we aren't top of the league. This is what causes the toxicity. No. What causes greatness in football is even when you are top of the league, how can we stay there? How can we really genuinely challenge Manchester City? How can we go and win the Europa League? So I disagree. This isn't toxicity. This is demanding more, trying to push this squad. If we all sit here and go, oh, this is great, we're top of the league, we're so brilliant, what an amazing team we have. We know how that's going to unravel. We know 2 or 3 players come out of this team, we're going to be struggling. So we can't just be, you know, acting like everything's always rosy in the garden. We're top of the league, great. We're top of the Europa League group, great. But that doesn't mean we can't improve, we can't demand more, and we can't expect better players. Our second team is dreadful. I've never seen us struggle this much in a Europa League group, I got to be honest. Mikel Arteta's here. He said, Curtis, I would like to apologise for our poor performance. However, I am pleased to confirm I'm already working on Wilfried Zaha after scouting your streams for a while. Oh, dear. Get Wilf to the carpet, man. Lay said, what is that guy on? Toxicity for wanting more soft mentality. Listen, man. If you just... Everything has to be balanced. Enjoy the fact that we're top. 100%. Enjoy it, celebrate it, praise players. But also have that balance to be aware that, listen, you can see the warning signs in the Arsenal squad. Let's address them. Let's go and get the players in that we need to strengthen this squad in January. Let's not sit there and think because we're top, we don't need to sign anyone. Like you said, Yasin, we're struggling to rotate because when we rotate, those players are struggling to win the game for us. So we have to bring Saka on. We have to bring Thomas Partey on. We shouldn't have to. Edward Kedder and Ketia said, you love Jesus and he can't score. Why all the hate on me? And Jesus is right there with him, people. He says, Curtis, allow me. It's hard going from playing for the champions to playing with bums like Nketiah and Bambison. Oh, dear. These accounts, man. These accounts. I love it. I absolutely love it. Credit where credit's due, said Wasim. Zurich fans have been great. The real Curtis Shaw TV. I am the real Curtis Shaw TV, guys. Hey, take over. You know, I might be asleep. I might need you. Kim Kallstrom said, I just want to be loved. It's beautiful. Kim Kallstrom, the legend. Thomas Partey with a long pass goes out for a throw. He's back to default settings. Zinchenko warming up. Will he try and get him on for 10 minutes? Zurich on the attack. Long shot. Wow. Just over the crossbar. When I tell you, people, we need to be careful. We need to be careful. We're only winning 1-0. A Zurich equaliser puts Arsenal second in the group. That means we play a Champions League dropout. And you know Arsenal's look over the years. We'll probably end up getting Barcelona or Juventus. We need to be careful. Mikel Arteta Amatrain. Who is this guy pretending he's me? January is IB for settings. We are signing no one. It wouldn't surprise me with Arsenal. I can't lie. Big up to Mikel. Zinni coming on. Bias Schooner cannot stand people who call others toxic just because we question the club and the players. Fact is, if the players perform, Arsenal succeed. That's all we want. 100%. 100%. Dragoon and Big C, we had both Jesus and Mohammed on the pitch and we can't roll them over. We had higher powers there, man. If you're the real Curtis Shaw, please stand up. Eminem settings, people. 88 said, Big C, I need a chamomile tea after this game. I'm telling you, man. Sunday will be a very different game, that is for sure. Goal kick to Arsenal, people. 9 minutes to go. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't think we're going to do reaction after the game. I'm going to need to sleep this game off, to be honest. Timothy said, yes, Curtis, big up from Blaze and Guna. Paul from Bermuda. All Gunners, Blaze and Gunners for life. Big up. AFCON ref savers. Just blow the whistle, man. Just blow the whistle. I've seen enough. 9 minutes to go. 8.5 minutes to go. The countdown begins. Here is Yaya Sanogo. Curtis, I am still the worst Yaya that's played for Arsenal. If not, please stop using my name in vain when talking about Bambi. It's 3 a.m. here, said Haroon. That kind of commitment deserves respect. I would be snoozing. Even on the watch-along, I would be snoozing. Watching this. How many likes have we got on the video, people? We should be in 1,500 to 2,000 likes. We got 773 likes. Let's get to 1,000. Light work, people. Take your 5 seconds to just smash the like button. Get those numbers up. It helps the channel. I do really appreciate all of you tuning in. It hasn't been an easy game to watch, that is for sure. We have stunk out the place. It's just about qualification and going through this group top. That's all it is. People saying I missed super chats. I didn't see any. I will scroll back just in case. Fake Eddie's in the chat. I'm the real one. You lot are legends, man. Absolute legends. Play Zinni in centre mid. What else did I miss? Who is this guy? No, I think I'm up to date. I think that was the only one. Sambi is terrible. Soft says, big up Big C and the community. Reece Nelson skips the defender. That's actually a really good tackle, but it's a corner. Vernon said in 9 minutes the performance won't matter. And it's true. It's true. Oh, even the microphone's getting out of it. Win the game and no one will care. We won't watch the highlights. We won't talk about it much tomorrow either. We'll just keep it moving. It's a stinker of a performance, but win the group is all that matters. Yossi Benayoun could be the new Pirlo. I always forget that he played for Arsenal, you know. Darren said 1-0 is unacceptable. Anyone impressed today? Probably Kieran Tierney. That's it. Corner to Arsenal. Nelson whips it in. Not a very good corner. Great touch by the Zurich player. 6.5 minutes before this shambolic game is over. I've seen enough. Big up to... We've got... Mudrick is now a member on the channel. Big up to you. Hopefully you sign for us, but not 100 million. Here comes Zurich. I'm nervous. Little flick. Party. I mean, the fact we're hanging on against FC Zurich at home is a shambles. Absolute shambles. Ball into the penalty area. Don't do anything stupid. Partey volleys it over the goal. Lands on top of the net. Corner to FC Zurich. I'm sorry, people. And listen, if we do win the game, cool. We keep it moving. We win the group and we sweep it under the carpet. This performance has been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Annie Rudd said... We're on mute. Apologies. I don't know what happened there. The wire came out and everything. It all went mad then. We should be back now. We should be back. Oh, it's crashed. It has crashed. No, don't leave the studio. Come back. Right, we're back, people. Apologies. Man said Eddie hacked the stream. I don't know what happened. OBS just froze on me there and kicked me out. So we're back. This stream has been iconic. Oh, mate, I'm telling you, even the software gave up. Just as that was happening as well, Zurich were on the attack, and I thought they were going to equalise. So that would have been interesting. Here we go. Here we go. Tomiyasu's down injured. Here we go. They're dropping like flies. Here we go. They're all over the place. Mustafi said he's better than Saliba. Here we go. Oh, the clock's gone as well. It's all gone wild. Let's just turn it off. End the stream. 4 minutes to go. We don't even need the clock. Tomiyasu down injured. Physio's on the pitch. But apparently, you know, me wanting better players in the squad is being negative, some people are saying. Edu's hacked the stream because I'm asking for new signings. We are struggling against Zurich. Make no mistake about it. Cedric Suarez coming on. Big up Lone Stars. Big up Chris Lopez. One of the funniest streams. Big up, man. MN said, Curtis, you are right. Arsenal are all over the place. Tomiyasu. Oh, he put his top over his head. The thing is, World Cup. Any kind of serious injury now, you're missing the World Cup. Shaking his head. This ain't good. This is a muscular injury as well. No fake scores in the chat, man. It's 1-0 still. This is not good. He's shaking his head. He put the shirt over his head at the start as well. World Cup coming up, man. I hope that's not a serious injury. Kieran Tierney or Zinchenko against Chelsea, I would imagine. Zurich fans letting off flares. Looks a great atmosphere, I can't lie. Yaya Sanogo was as good as Henry in training. Ask Wenger. We have got 2.5 minutes to go. We're in the 87th minute. Even the clock gave up on me. We just better not throw this away after all of this Europa League campaign. Do we need to be worried? I think we have to be concerned that we need to sign players. We need Smith Rowe back. Tomiyasu did not look happy there coming off. And that is a worry, that Tomiyasu injury, I'm telling you. Another substitution. Looks like they're going for it. Zurich. The injury list keeps growing. Nelson hasn't been great, man. Stan Kroenke said the North London Penguins. Oh, dear me. Ifeo Guna, do you think Curtis, do you think we were good in Europa League? I don't think so. Nah, man. Definitely not. I know we've won a lot of games, but Gray's Guna, massive unit coming on. Yeah, he looks like a big guy, man. Drop off between our first team and benches day and night. Here is Zurich. They've got 2 on the overlap. We're hanging on. Ball whipped into the back post. Oh, my days. They're appealing for a penalty. He'll go out for a throw. He keeps it in, and Cedric Suarez clears it. I mean, I'm embarrassed, genuinely embarrassed, people, to say we are hanging on against FC Zurich. 89th minute, Zurich throwing. Remember, a goal sends us second in the group, and we could potentially get Barcelona Juventus in the next round against the Champions League dropouts, which is a shambles. Zurich on the attack. Ball whipped in, kept in. Sambi's clearance is poor. They retain possession. Gets to the byline, whips it in. Tierney blocks it, goes out for a throw-in. Sheets of metal, big Isle, who said Celtic Arsenal fan, thoughts on Jesus' recent games. Defended him a lot, but he's got to start scoring. I can't keep defending the lack of goal threat. I did meet. News headlines tomorrow. Arsenal beat TFL reserves. Yeah, they're not much better than them. We are genuinely hanging on. We're in the 90th minute. How long is going to be added on? Zurich on the attack. Good tackle, Kieran Tierney. Now Tierney's down. 5 minutes added on, and Kieran Tierney is on the floor, arm in the air, and here we go. Here we go again. Same old-ish, dog, just a different day. Here we go again. Bang, straight on his ankle. Straight on his ankle. Tierney down. Tomiyasu down. Zinchenko just back. See how quickly things can change, people. We had 3 right backs, 3 left backs. Now we might only have Zinchenko. He's not even fully fit. Tierney got a bad kick there. Studs on the ankle. This Zurich team have been dirty, by the way. They've done this a few times. Tear knee. Literally tears the knee. Protect Partey at all costs. This is not good. This is not good. Tierney's back up, though. He's all right. Should have done the job last week. This is terrible planning by Arteta, Edu, and the board to have a squad this thin. They've done most things right recently, but this is a huge blunder. They've got to address it. We're on the attack here, finally. Good ball. Nelson. That's the ball out wide. Cedric. Cross it in with your left, man. Cuts back Odegaard. I actually forgot Odegaard was on the pitch. Ball whipped in. Eddie with the header goes wide. It was a bit high for him. Kieran Tierney said, told you I'm a machine. Oh, dear. Not even 1K likes. Come on, people. You're better than that. Let's get 1,000. Should be light work. I want 2,000. We got 915. We can get there. True Gunners TV, big up, bro. We're so boring and predictable in Europa League. The way we're playing at the moment and the lack of squad depth, I think we're gonna struggle in Europe this season. I honestly think so. I think Premier League top 4, yeah, cool. I think we can get that. Europe, we have to strengthen, man. We have to strengthen. But we'll see. Zurich have the ball crossed into the penalty area. Is it a throw-in? It's a goal kick to Arsenal. 3 minutes gone, 2 minutes to go. Latte, apologies, bro. Let me go and find that. Bodo have made it 2-1, apparently, against PSV. Let's just make sure we win the group. That's all we need. Latte, where you at? No, don't be embarrassed. We'll be called toxic. Yeah, some people, man, they think, you know, if you got high standards, you're toxic. But you can't. No Arsenal fan can watch this and be content. The starting 11, that's fine, but the squad depth is horrendous. It's not just a little bit below, like you're talking 2-3 levels below, and that's the problem. But let's just win the game, win the group, and get out of here. Patrick said, crap game, great stream. Appreciate that, man. I thought he was going to say crap game, crap stream then. Takahiro, Tomaglasu. Here we go, they're on the attack. Oh, no. Zurich ball whipped in. Oh, Ramsdale collects it. Oh, my days. We are hanging on against Zurich. Come on, man. Serious. Madness. Ball was whipped in. If he gets that at the near post, he could have scored just a little bit out of his reach. Jeez, man. 4 minutes gone, a minute to go, and it's over. No post-match reaction. I don't even want to talk about this game. I will be on at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Here's Reece Nelson. Eddie Nketiah gets clattered and then fouls him. Free kick to Zurich. 30 seconds to go. Just end the game. Finish it. Get the AFCON ref. Just blow the whistle early. I've seen enough. "15 seconds to go. AHD Gaming, Curtis, why am I fuming? Why is Arteta bringing on Tommy? There was no need. Matter of fact, Cedric was enough to see them off. I'm fuming. Yeah, he didn't need to bring him on, really. Didn't need to. Could have brought Cedric on. Men in Black flash and just forget it. What's he giving here? The ref's dropping the cards. He's giving a yellow card to... Who's the yellow card for? Gabriel. Free kick to Zurich. Last kick of the game. Gabriel catches him with his arm. I just can't believe I'm sitting here nervous against a team that is bottom of the Swiss League. Free kick to Zurich. Everyone's up. Last chance of the game with 30 seconds over the 5 added minutes. This is a little bit embarrassing, but we just got to get out of here with a win. Free kick to Zurich. Last kick of the game. All their players are up apart from the keeper. It's going to be whipped in. We have to deal with this. It's whipped to the back post. Header over the crossbar. Oh, my days. Seriously. Shambolic performance from Arsenal. That should be that. Horrible. That'll be that, people. Shambolic. Shambolic. It's embarrassing that we're hanging on against a team like this. They've won 1 game all season in their league. Bottom of the Swiss league. And we're scrambling. Just blow the whistle, ref, please. 6.5 minutes over the 90. Here we go. Full-time whistle. End it. Get it over with. Honestly, people, thank you very much for hanging in there. 2.5K in the chat. Really appreciate it. Lick that like button on the way out. We stunk out the Emirates. It was a horrible performance. Kieran Tierney, man of the match. Great goal. Good celebration. And we win the group. Let's be a bit positive. We've won the group. We don't have to play those 2 games in February. Man United are going to have to play them. They finished second in their group. But but that performance is a warning sign. And I've seen that a lot in Europe this season. When the squad players come in, they're not good enough. But we've won the group. Job done. Stinky game, but we won. People, no post-match reaction. 2 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be back. We'll do press conference reaction. Quickly skip through the player ratings. I don't want to pain you anymore. I do appreciate you all tuning in, though. You genuinely carried me through that stream. It was an absolute stinker of a game. Arsenal 1, FC Zurich 0. We've won the group. Kieran Tierney with the goal. Tomiyasu came off injured. That was a bit of a downer. But I appreciate all of the C-Unit community tuning in. I will see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. when we will not talk about this game too much. Thank you very much for tuning in. Take care. See you all tomorrow. Bless.